invite into the party so he can help us out, and we'll be ready to go. Just waiting for everyone to ready up. Not sure who hasn't yet. I did send the message out a couple of minutes early. It is only 18, you may notice, in the lobby today, but we are hopefully going to have Clarky and Jay Story joining us, as they're having their own issues. One's going to be late and one's having a PS issue. They've both said they're happy for us to go on without them to begin with. Hopefully, of course, they'll be able to join us as soon as possible.
Right.
Justin's with us as well today. He's reserving in the race.
I'll do my best for you.
I think you picked up. Where did you finish last week? You picked up a couple of points, didn't you? In the Premier League.
No, I've been in the. No, I finished 15th last week. That's Vietnam, wasn't it?
Oh, I'm not sure. It must have been the week before. You definitely got points. I'm sure you did get points in the Premier League. Probably
when
too
was it? The last time I
pleased to
raced was
remember.
USA, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No.
I finished. No, it wasn't. No, I finished 9th, didn't I? What? That was my
Yeah,
last.
you finished 9th somewhere. I'm not sure where.
No.
Yeah, it was. It was
remember.
9th in the USA you finished. That was it. And that was 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago, in fact. There we go, and drivers have finally got the message to ready up, so we are ready to go here in Russia.
Let's go.
Have invited RD Wee with us as well to help us out in the comms. Be good if he could join soon as well, and then got a proper team going. Obviously we had issues last night. We couldn't get the League One or Championship races completed because of server issues. Wouldn't let me send invites to anyone. Other people had the same problem, randomly kicking people from sessions. And we have rain. We have rain in Russia. Wow.
No.
Have a look at the weather forecast for us, Justin. See what it says for the whole session.
Still readying up. Here we go. It's coming on.
It's wet, wet, wet in Russia.
This.
So here we have Jay Story and Clarky join later. Is it a wet race?
Just waiting for everyone to ready up. No one's on there yet.
Oh. There is a glitch though, isn't there, of course, at the moment, where my time is ahead of everyone else's.
Let's have a look. Qualifying run 1 is raining. Race is dry.
Race is dry then, there we go. What about Q2? What does it say for how long it's going to be raining for?
Qualifying 1 is going to be raining for 10 minutes. It's still going to be raining. 15 minutes it'll be drying up.
So we might get some dry weather towards the end of this session.
Yeah, 15 minutes will be dry.
There we go. We've seen this the last couple of weeks, and I've said all the time, oh, cars are leaving it a minute or so before they go out. Of course, with this glitch, we're about 40 seconds ahead of everyone else. What does it say on your clock at the moment, Justin?
Let's have a look. Mine says 17 minutes and 5 seconds.
There we go. Mine says 16 minutes 30. So, obviously, we're 35 seconds ahead of everyone else, and Cowie's left the session. Hopefully he's got another invite to join back. But yeah, 35 seconds ahead on everyone else we are, so it does confuse it a little bit. With every patch, I think ALR Sammy, one of our League One drivers, was saying in the Discord earlier, with every new patch to fix something, there's another error created from it, which is an absolute joke. I don't know why they can't get it right.
No.
We got hello you two, says Chazza. Yep, hello to Chazza, mate. Good luck today in the
mate.
Williams. Chazza got some decent points last time out in Vietnam, which just crawled him out of the drop zone, and he's looking to try and expand on that now and pull himself further up the table. He's looking pretty safe with relegation. We've got Tango saying hello as well. Tango, surprise pole position on his first race last time out in Vietnam. Unfortunately, he had a servo which kicked him out, he still managed to get some points, I think. So Tango's looking good for us. We've got Liam saying evening to Liam. Good to have Liam back with us. He won the first League One race last week out in Vietnam, and no, not sure it was Italy, wasn't it? And he couldn't race in Vietnam last week for the Premier League. So good to see Liam back with us today. We've got Clarky Boy saying, what's the weather like? It is wet, mate, so you're not missing out on anything starting from the pack. It will be dry in the race, so just Justin's source is telling me that though, so not the most reliable. We've got Jake the Slayer saying, oh no, I'm taking it, that's for the rain. Nunda must be loving it. Swanshank saying hashtag Team Nunda. Of course, Nunda, absolutely. Yeah, Nunda's going to be a great threat. He always is when it's raining. We're going to go on board with Nightwing, by the way, as he's first out. We have got Ardy Wee with us. We'll get to him in a minute. We've just got to read through this early inflush of comments. We've got Nicholas Cowie. We've got Cowie saying, need to save by setup from time trial. It's not Codemasters. So that's why he left the session then. We've got Eduardo CR saying, big up Jake the Slayer. And we've got Formula Moment saying, thanks, Ed. Not sure who Eduardo is, but good to see you with us. And we've got Guna saying, good luck, lads. Obviously, it's disappointment for Guna that the championship race was cancelled last night, as it was for Ardy Wee, who joins us on the comments. Good evening, mate.
Good evening. How you doing?
Not too. Oh, Liam's retired. Liam's crashed. He's lost it.
Oh, no,
Liam's crashed.
Already. Could you get me
Tango's lost it as
please,
well.
When you get
Tango's lost it as well.
This is not good start.
Said Ardy Wee one, mate. Now go
Yes. Yeah, we'll get Ardy Wee an invite in a sec. But we're just saying, down into turn, when he come out of turn 1 and he got that round left hand, that steep left hander at 181 where Grosjean lost it and had a big smack up. Liam has just crashed there and Tango's gone straight off after him into the wall. Luckily he's not lost his wheel though, so there we go. Liam is out. We'll get an invite to Ardy Wee. Yeah, race is going to be dry. People just, obviously we've only got 18 in because Clarky Boy and Jay Story are going to be late to the session, so there's only going to be 2 more cars going out of this session now. Liam obviously one of them. So for drivers that are reserving, so Ayrton, as Nightwing goes fastest, that's the first lap, so Ayrton who's reserving, League One driver, it's his first race in the Premier League, reserving, he's in the Renault replacing Irish who's unable to make it today. And then we've also got Jake the Slayer and Mercedes reserving for Jockey Hockey, who's disappointing not to see him race. I think it's the first time he's not raced with us, but obviously we hope he's back next week. And then the other one is Nunda, who is in the AlphaTauri replacing Harrison. And of course Justin himself in McLaren replacing Jake S. It's 2 weeks in a row we've not heard anything from Jake S or Harrison now, so we could be looking at replacing them permanently for next week. As we get Rick Dalton, it's saying another glitch. Look, you can see it on the screen. Just saying Rick Dalton fastest lap down the bottom of the screen. That is stuck. Crooksy has beaten that time at the moment. Look, he's in P1. It's just about surviving really then. At the moment, oh, is that Renault's nearly lost it coming through there, isn't it? I want to see some onboard footage. As Idento, there's a 1:43.0. Russia's a track I'm not too keen on anyway, so Russia with rain must be an absolute nightmare. Only got 6 laps on the board at the moment. Make that 7 because Nunda goes up to P5, the wet specialist. He's ahead of Sean, ahead of Captain Infinity. Captain Infinity in the week also came up with the idea of having individual team chats, so each team now in the Discord have got their own little chat where they can talk to only their teammates, and then each team will have their own results posted in after. So big thanks to Captain Infinity for promoting that for us. He's down in 8th at the moment, just behind his teammate Serious Mushroom.
That's a pretty cool new feature that you've introduced to the Discord app, and sort of helps people to set up a bit of strategy between their teammates, if you don't actually know the guy, or the lady, you don't give them a WhatsApp number or whatever. So yeah, that's pretty clever.
It does, yeah. I think that's quite important that they get to talk strategy. Because we've seen so much good teamwork, especially from the guys who are watching now, the 2 Alfa Romeos. They've gained so many points from letting each other pass, not fighting each other. They probably spoke to each other about strategy. I'm not sure if they have, but it definitely helps when they're communicating with each other and they're getting on with each other Whereas we've seen instances with teammates crashing into each other before and costing each other so much time through fighting. But yeah, definitely a good thing to have. And we did see, well, who's the next car go through turn 1? I think it's going to be Crooksy. Yeah, we're going to have a look where Liam lost it. There he goes, this left-hander here, just pulling left the whole time, and you can see he's starting to lose a little bit of traction. There we go, look, he's spinning. Oh, oh no, he's lost it. Oh, and Crooksy, there we go, he only got wing damage, but look, that is a perfect example of what can happen going through that wide turn there, that sweeping left-hander. We're about to see, I'm not sure, I think it's Sean now going through it as well. It's so easy to lose it there in the dry, let alone in the wet. Just no traction when there's wet conditions. Is the track drying up though? It's looking like it's drying up quite a lot for us. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's raining anymore. On our screen, can't see any rain.
No, it's not raining, but it's track.
There we go, and so I think we're going to see soft tyres. And yeah, Captain Infinity's already changed the softs, he's ready to go out on them. Bradfield's invalidated. Quick look through the comments then. We got Liam saying that turn is brutal. Yes, Liam, is the only positive you can take from it is that you won't be starting rock last because there's 2 latecomers into the session. So, I suppose no pressure starting at the back, and Liam has got points on the board. He's pretty safe from relegation, so it's just no pressure on him at least. Then we've got ALR Vintage in the comments again. Sorry that his race was cancelled yesterday, but obviously the server errors, not much we can do. Good to see you, Vintage, saying whoop, we have a race. Evening lads, good luck everyone. Good to see you, mate. We've got McKenty saying hello guys, glad to see you back. McKenty would have been racing in both races last night. He was set to reserve in League 1, and obviously Haas doing extremely well in the championship. Good to see you here, McKenty. Nunda saying no rain, rain stopped, it's about timing now. Absolutely, all about time and track evolution. Who can get their lap done last? Because obviously the later you go around, the drier the track's going to be and the more time you're going to gain. I should have waited, says Liam. Tango spun again and survived again. Did he? We're watching the other McLaren. Tango's down in 14th. Yeah, he's struggling and he's got no front wing at all. So yeah, he has had a spin again. And Tango's just got lucky as Clarkey finally joins us. Good to see you, Clarkey.
Welcome to Clarkey.
Yeah, unfortunately, this glitch we have low. This glitch.
Clarkey is going to start at the back and win this race.
Yeah. The glitch we have is just ridiculous though, isn't it? Because you can join the middle of Q1, get on track, set times and get P1 even, but then it won't let you get into Q2. It'll just make you start last.
So it's a joke. That we've just discovered recently, have we?
It's been the last month or so now with that, isn't it? But we had, not sure who it was, I think Cowie. Yeah, Cowie in Austria, which was 4 weeks ago now. He joined late, comfortably got through, and it just put him last because he joined the session late. And he started last and actually won the race, of course, which is pretty certain going to be drive of the season when we do the awards at the end. But obviously not good with this stupid glitch. We got Club Sport just said hello, saying Nunda. Got Clark, hello Club Sport Racing League. Adam saying penalties may help people tonight, as Jay Bradfield just proved. Absolutely. Clarky boy saying let's know this out of the park. I think no, I'm not sure what he means there, but yeah, Clarky, we know he's capable of good things. We've seen him win races and win a race in his first couple of races, and he's already pushing up into the top 10 of the standings. We've got Theo saying hello. Hello to you too, Theo. So we've got 11 times on the board then. Bradfield down 11th at the moment. Drivers such as Siege, Cowie, the 2 leaders in the Premier League standings, just waiting for the track to dry up, not taking any risks. Siege in the USA in Q3. Oh, it's Jake the Slow. Oh, it's only an outlap. He's invalidated anyway. We saw Siege in, I think it was Q2. He's already through in the USA in the wet. He went out and he lost his wheel and he had to start from 10th. So he's doing a sensible thing at the moment. Tango's still not set a lap, although he's tried. Clarkey, who is now in the pits, and then Woods and Chaz have both been out on track but failed to set a lap. Hopefully Jay Story will join us soon as well.
And it looks like Mr. TTG Sean, I may be incorrect, but it looks like he's going to go out soon for a hot lap now.
We've got
the temperature out of those tyres there.
We've got no cars on a lap at the moment, but we've got a few on an out lap, yep. Going out
Just
on
with
softs.
Sean, I think he's going to be the first car. I might be wrong, forgive me, but I'm
You
sure
are
it's gonna be
correct, yeah.
Sean.
We'll watch.
That's
We'll
gonna
go
be
on
the
board with
first
Sean's
car
lap.
out. And,
Take us
good
through his
luck to
lap.
him. And this is 19 turns, this track. He just sort of prepares the car here for the first turn. Really got to get the entry to this corner perfect. And as he opens up the DRS up, coming at 100 metres now, he opens that up into 8th gear. Flies through that right-hander there, absolutely flat out here, up to about 205, 206 miles per hour. So you've got to heavily brake into this right-hander, known as turn 1, 2 there.
It's pretty good.
Nice little kiss of the inside of the apex here on the left hand, just letting the car run as close to the curb as possible without actually touching that curb. Fantastic job there. Throws it into the right hand, let the car run, back on the power, absolutely beautiful there. 5th and 6th gear, smooth operator right now. A little bit of a twitch from the car there, but nonetheless manages to get the power back down and straighten out the rear end. Throws it through there, a little bit wide there, but nonetheless, hopefully it won't cost him too much time. Into the left-hander here, kissing the curb. Wonderful so far from Sean. Don't think this will be the quickest lap, but nonetheless it will be a
Of
good
course
lap.
it will be, yeah. No one else has been on
Really
softs
good
yet.
example. Really good example of, how to sort of navigate around these right-handers. The track kind of is medium to high-speed corner track. There's a few slow corners, but it's mainly medium to high speed. This one here, really important that you don't run too wide there, which he does absolutely beautifully. And this is the trickiest part of the track, I'd say. Sort of you come up this elevated uphill, you take a left, and you can really use the rear here if you get on the power too soon, but manages to keep it nice and balanced through there. And now just negotiating the last 2 corners of the track, and we'll see what time he's going to get.
One of the hardest
Pretty
tracks
tidy,
is,
though.
in my opinion. Here he goes.
1:33, and you see that 12 seconds quicker than his previous lap time on the wets, so on the intermediate.
Jake Desley's only 10 slower.
And Jake Desley only a 10 slower.
Brilliant.
Yeah, pretty
lap
good,
for
pretty
him.
good. We'll see the action now. More to get excited about in this race, generally. I mean,
The thing is,
wet
have they
races
made a
are good.
mistake going out too early though? Because is the track still going to be drying up a little bit, or is it completely bone dry already? Which I think it might be, looking at the time difference. So it might not lose out through that. Who else?
People like Knowlesy will benefit from that, Nunda will benefit from that, Ayrton will benefit from that, because none of these guys have gone yet. They have literally just patiently waited in the pits while the rest of the drivers like Tang and Cowie and stuff have gone out.
We're on
But
board with
Cowie's quite a
Cowie
good
now.
strategy man. He's quite a good strategy man. So it's funny you say that. I just went on board with him myself too, Jake. And yeah, he's quite a good strategy man, as I say. So he
Oh,
should
Serious
have
Mushrooms
something
left the
up his sleeve.
session. I think he's got a couple more invites, so he should be alright to get back in. Everyone got 3 invites. Here he
Yeah,
goes, then
definitely a
Cowie's
good
about to
policy.
cross the line. Oh,
Invalidates the laps
no!
before he even gets the lap started. I don't like it. That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
He can
that's
start
a
the lap so
shame.
badly.
He's
I don't know why he's still
invalidated
continuing,
this and next, so hopefully he's got enough fuel, Cowie, to get around and start another lap. That's because it invalidated this and next lap as it was on the final corner, literally just a second before he crossed the line. So hopefully he'll be able to get round in time. Otherwise we could be looking at an early shock here, but he's not got a fuel gauge flashing, so I think he should be okay. And hopefully Serious Mushroom can get back into the session. Could have a look at getting him an invite just in case.
I will sort that out. I should have him.
Look at that time from Crooksy, by the way. Is the track getting even quicker? Because he's 1.5 seconds quicker than Sean. And Sean's time looked perfect, so I think the track's getting even quicker. It's a fantastic lap from Crooksy anyway, and we know he's set some fantastic quality times, but I'm sure he's not 1.5 seconds quicker than Sean, and Tango goes even quicker over 1:31.2. The track is still drying up. Woods goes to third with 1:31.6. Track is definitely still drying up, isn't it? Who's next across the line? It's going to be Nightwing. Oh, Serious Mushrooms joined back. That's brilliant to see. It's going to be a Renault next. I think it's Ayrton just on his outlap. Got a yellow flag. I'm not sure what it's for. Both Renaults are there. We then got an Alfa. It can't be an Alfa Romeo, can it? It's Cowie. Yeah, he's got enough fuel. I think he saved up his EOS. He's going to have one more bite of the cherry.
Yeah, but
We
is
got-
it? I mean, I don't know what his plan is here. You said it's invalidated this one and the next one. So is it going to be invalidated now?
No, this one should be fine. He should be alright to go now.
Oh, okay, no, he's fine. Okay, let's go. So we're riding on board with Cowie.
I've got Idenzo. He's about to cross the line here. He crosses the line, goes P1
Oh,
with 1:29.8. Track is definitely getting quicker, and Sean in the pits is in big trouble here. We've got the AlphaTauri next. Oh, he's just improved that. Rick Dalton's got up to P2. He's over a second quicker than Idenzo, but still might be enough. Next we got the AlphaTauri. I think that might be Nightwing. No, it's not. It's Nunda coming through to start his lap. And then got the other McLaren at Bradfield, and he goes up to only P6, although he is ahead of Sean. And with Liam already out, I think he could be okay there, Bradfield. Well, then got Mercedes coming round. It's Jake the Slayer. He's invalidated his lap. He's coming to the pits, and he could be in trouble. Short, yes, yeah, Bradfield I think might be through there, because Sean, Jake the Slayer and Serious Mushroom all in the pits, so they'll all be in big trouble. Next across the line is going to be the Williams. I'm not sure who it is. It's going to be Chazza. He goes up to P2. Great lap there from Chazza. Next is the AlphaTauri of Nightwing. He goes up to P3. He's been fantastic in qualifying the last couple of weeks. Nightwing has on the front row, and Azerbaijan of course as well. Couple of cars now coming in the pits. Captain Infinity of Serious Mushroom is on an out lap. Not sure he's going to make it though. Of course my time is about 35-40 seconds behind, so we're not too sure if he will or not. We've got a Red Bull. It's Knowlesy. He's going to get time to start his lap. Does say we've got checkered flag, but don't forget my time is 40 seconds behind, so people across the line now will still get this lap being able to set. And Cowie goes up to P6. There we go. Cowie safety through after an early scare. Needed that lap though. Then got the Williams of Clarkey. What can he do? Clarkey's going to come across the line. He's up to P10, so he's going to be through, although we think the game's going to kick him out of Q2 and put him last because of this glitch. We'll then got Rick Dalton coming to the pits, Racing Point coming to the pits. Nunda needs to set a lap here, otherwise he could be in trouble. Clarkey's left the session, that's such a shame to see. Nunda's up to P9, he's safety through as well. We have got them. Captain Infinity in 18th needs to set a lap. Knowlesy is invalidated, and Knowlesy is out.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
All he had to do was not invalidate his time, but Knowlesy's going to be out in Q1. Serious Mushroom's out, he's aborted his lap, he's coming to the pits. So Captain Infinity, if he improves, you'd think he'd knock out Jake the Slayer. So it's between Captain Infinity and Jake the Slayer. All relies on this lap here from Captain Infinity. I think he's doing well, I think he just needs to keep it together. And then Jake the Slayer could be in trouble. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's going to do it here. The time is well up from Captain Infinity. He's going to come across the line, and he does a 1:32.1, puts him up to 13th, a second quicker than Jake the Slayer. And Jake the Slayer by less than a tenth is knocked out by Sean, who had a couple of shocks then. Out in Pete, we have Jay Story starting 20th, I think, because he'll be joining the session at some point. And we then got Liam in 19th. He crashed going into that turn 2 on that wide left-hander, a 180 turn. Serious Mushroom invalidated his lap that mattered, as did Knowlesy, so they're 17th and 18th. And then Jake the Slayer reserving the Mercedes out in 16th, just from TTG Sean. And in the end, that was the time that mattered. Sean just scraping through. There's an 8/10 gap to the cars further up. Well done to Ayrton for getting through the Q2.
Yeah, well done to Ayrton. I was just about to shout out, good luck, Ayrton.
On his Premier League reserving debut. It was a great effort from Ayrton there.
My co-FIFA player also, Ayrton. Shout out.
But it's something else who stands out. That time for my Denzo's crazy. He's nearly a second quicker than the next car. Bradfield actually in 9th. There's a good lap from Bradfield as well, who's with us in the the commentary.
That's all right.
Got to think he's only 5/10 off second there. And then Nunda as well, Woods as well. They're all competitive times. But because it still says Rick Dalton set the fastest lap. Oh, why Denzo left the session as well. I think we're still getting server errors because people keep getting kicked. But oh, there we go. Kevin Magnussen's joined the session, which will be Jay Story in a second. Obviously he'll be starting last. Although I do think it's going to push Clarkey down to last as well, because he joined late. That's the glitch that happens. We'll have a quick look into the comments then. Clarkey saying knock, I meant, yeah. There's no this out of the park. I remember I read that out. He meant knock this out of the park. That was the word. Clarkey saying he had the 30 FPS glitch, so I hope this sorts it out. Jake the Slayer saying he did his lap early in the second run, got invalidated. Yeah, that is a problem, mate. I know it's a tough one to invalidate round here. It's normally going wide at this track, 4 wheels off, and that's it, it's invalidated. Track limits incredibly strict on this game. Nuna's saying, love the AlphaTauri. If I get promoted, get me in it, please. Obviously we're gonna have a draw that's done completely random for the teams next year. This year we let a couple of drivers pick and then just filled out the rest of the teams of drivers that didn't pick. But this year it's going to be done complete random. Darren saying he had to give up because he couldn't make the line, got error glitch. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to make the line, even though we were 40 seconds ahead. And Nunda's saying, oh no. Not quite sure what he's saying oh no for, but Nunda's not happy about something. He's probably not happy about the rain drying up. The wet master. Nunda always setting top times in the wet, but that rain did dry up pretty quickly. Although it did throw a few casualties like we saw with Liam. So then Q2 in Russia. Again it's dry, and again it's still saying Rick Dalton set the fastest lap. It's ridiculous. Oh! Wow. Wow, 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 wow. This is what you like to see. This glitch has finally fixed itself. How many weeks? Over a month it has been doing it for. But Clarkey is actually in Q2 after joining late in Q1. Brilliant to see. It's finally fixed itself. Brilliant to see you, Clarkey. Oh, finally. Good on you, Codemasters. They've fixed something. Clarkey boy saying, by the way, I've never heard of this glitch.
Well, Clarkey, that's not often because you're probably not late to Q1 sessions, my friend. So
yeah,
we have
it's been going on about a month, hasn't it? It's few drivers have had that. I mean, every time we've had drivers join late, it's happened. Like I say, Cowie was the biggest example. We pushed him up to last. So yeah, what normally's been happening in the last month or so, mate, is that if you're late to Q3, even if you get through comfortably, it'll just push you down to last, and there'll only be 14 cars in this session, which has obviously been annoying, but hopefully that is fixed now for good. Darren saying, thanks to Knowlesy for getting me back so quick. Oh, it's good that thanks Knowlesy for sending me an invite. I did send everyone 3 invites as well, so hopefully everyone should have a couple of spare ones in their notification box as well. If we get a quiet minute or so at the end of this session, then I'll make sure everyone gets another invite just in case they need it, because we have seen a few people leave the session for whatever reason. In fact, I'm going to pause this quickly for about a minute just while I send everyone else a spare invite.
Yeah. By old Captain Infinity currently out on track. So who is due to go first? My eyes do not play tricks on me. I do believe it'll be Captain Infinity. So we'll just see how he negotiates this track.
About to start already. So we got on mediums, Captain Infinity.
Yeah, medium tyre choice. Probably a good tyre choice given the track's high tide degradation. And we'll see what his top speed is. We saw earlier when we were riding on board, some of the drivers were hitting 204 or 5 miles per hour. Cars just struggling to get up to those top speeds. So that's kind of where the mediums let you down initially, but obviously that you claw back later because they're more consistent in the lap times after laps 4, 5, 6, and 7. But yeah, we're just trying to see what his sector time thing is.
I don't know.
Of course, if it's Purple Sector 1, obviously. Let's see, I think the next driver across the line is going to be... oh no, Sean's just on an outlap. But yeah, Rick Dalton's behind him on an outlap as well, so I think that Purple will go. Rick's on softs as well. Obviously, you get through to Q3, you'll have to start on the tyres you set your fastest lap on. So that's why you've got drivers out in the mediums at the moment. Because it is, as Hardy Wee said, a high tyre deg track, which means the tyres are going to get worn pretty quick around here. As you can see, it's such a high speed circuit, there's so many quick turns, there's a lot more pressure on the tyres, and the tyre wear isn't so good, so medium hard could be a popular strategy here. See a lot of drivers still sat in the pits, but I suppose they're probably behind us.
Oh, he almost invalidated the lap there.
He nearly went 4 wheels over there, didn't he?
He nearly did. Oh, that was close. He almost exceeded track. That was very well done to him. And we'll just see him negotiate in the final round. He had completely burnt out the ERS at this point, so he's really got to hope for a good lap. And it's a 1:33.270. And I don't know if that is the quickest time we've seen, because it certainly isn't. But
it's a good lap, but it's 3.3, slower than Idenzo in Q1. That's how quick Idenzo is. Obviously, it's medium tyres as well. Rick Dalton's going to be next.
Yeah, we just see how he's getting on. He's on sector 3103 there.
This is going to be quick. 130.5.
130.5. So 3 seconds quicker so far than
fastest lap glitch has gone. Good to see.
And a few more drivers out now, feeling a bit more confident and ready to give their tyres a beating around this track and see what can happen. But yeah, we see Jay Bradfield's out on track actually. So good luck to Jay Bradfield. He's decided to go on the soft tyre rather than the medium. So slightly
keep an eye on Sean. Oh, I was about to say, I'm sorry, Sean, I've jinxed that. I was about to say, keep an eye on Sean. He went purple through sector 1 and then he invalidated his lap. So
have they sorted that purple thing out now? Is it actually valid now?
I don't think they have. I don't know.
One is hopeful, but one must keep hoping.
Let's have a look who's next to start a lap then, 'cause we've got no one on the hot lap at the moment. Whoever's next, it is Bradfield. There we go. So we're going to go through Bradfield's lap. We'll go to the onboard camera just to see where he is going to invalidate it. So trust me, he will invalidate it somewhere.
6, 7. So yeah, fantastic on those softs. You know, almost 3 miles quicker than Captain Affinity down the straight there. He absolutely hugs the inside of that corner there. Very unusual, but that's his tactic, and I appreciate that. Throws it into the right-hander here. Gets a little yellow flag somewhere here, so hopefully that won't compromise him.
Just a car going slow,
And for a second he had purple there.
Don't believe a word of it. That's a good lap though. No mistakes
so far. Looking very good. Keep it smooth. That's it. Nice.
Oh, he lost it there, but did well to hold it together. Wouldn't have lost much time.
I think he would benefit from not listening to Curse as a commentator, but nonetheless. And opens up the DRS flap. Again, you know, very consistent here. He is on the steering wheel, makes it slightly harder. Well, until you get used to it, I guess, it makes it slightly harder.
I do. He's gone wide there. You just see it
right there.
Wouldn't have lost. Only lost a couple of attempts, I think, from doing that though.
Concentrate on the rest of the lap because you can get a banker here, which will always be good, and hopefully get you into Q3 anyway. I
do think if you're on a wheel, I know it's hard on a wheel, but to get used to that. But this is one of the tracks I think you gain a bit of time on a wheel if you're good on a wheel. Bradfield's up to second.
Okay, so 131, and that's not a bad lap at all. We know there's improvements there for him because of the fact that he went very, very deep into the fourth final corner of the track. But nonetheless,
following Nunda on the mediums.
Out there. And let's see how Nunda, the man who loves himself more than anybody, the man who thinks he's God, Nunda CMG.
He's up to P3. It's a great lap for him on the mediums, that is. Woods is up next.
132.449.
No, Woods isn't up next. It's Cowie. It's Cowie up next. Sorry, I nearly missed out Cowie. He does. It's only P4 from Cowie's. Pretty.
But it's still on the medium.
Slow for him.
He's still through at the moment.
And Woods is only 6.
It's all about getting
That's not going
through
to be enough. We then got the racing point. It's going to be TTG Sean. He must have been validated again because he's done 2 laps on those mediums now, and he's still not got time on the board. Going to have the Williams next of Clarkey.
Let's go to Clarkey F1, and here we go.
Siege.
This is the driver.
Here we go. We're going to go on board
Siege.
We've actually got a Renault, a Clarkey of Crooksey, sorry, on his lap. He's about to come across the line as he goes through the final right-hander. Where does Crooksey go? We know he qualifies really well. It's P3 on those mediums. Fantastic effort. And now Siege is on the softs. We're going to go on board with him. I expect this to be P1 or P2 from Siege. Last right-hander then. Finish line is pretty much there. As soon as he gets straight out of it, it is P1 for Siege. He's 300ths quicker than Rick Dalton. So close, that gap there. Tango's in the pits as Bradfield coming across the line. He's gone for another lap, has he? Well, he's going to go for another lap anyway. Did you improve on that lap, Justin?
Yeah,
he did.
7 attempts up,
yeah, he did. Brilliant lap there from Bradfield up into P5. As we see Idenzo breaking into the 129s again. He's 5 tenths quicker than Siege. He's going to be starting on softs though, so we see a lot of the quicker drivers are going on the softs. We've seen Rick and Nightwing, the front row from Azerbaijan. Siege and Idenzo, 2 of our quickest drivers, 1st and 3rd in the Premier League standings, all going to the soft tyres. And Cowie has gone for mediums, but he's down behind Crooksey and even Nunda. Fantastic lap from Nunda on the mediums to be ahead of the championship driver reserving for us is ahead of the man 2nd in our Premier League standings on those medium tyres. So Cowie might have to think about putting on those soft tyres as Sean does get a lap in his 3rd lap on those mediums, and it's P9. Probably won't be enough We've got Ayrton and Tango in the garage, and we've got both Williams drivers on the track. Clarkie's now coming to the pits as he's invalidated, and then Chaz is going through sector 1 on the soft tyres. We'll go on board with Chaz's lap then, as I think he's the only one on a hot lap. He's invalidated, there we go. It's whenever we go on board with someone they invalidate, I'm just going to have to stop watching anyone.
It is a horrible crash.
Turn the street, it's a pressure.
I like it, but...
I was watching Clark and then he got invalidated. He also was wheel spinning all over. He was drifting the car, let's put it that way. He wasn't Formula 1ing it, he was drifting it.
Siege is retired, by the way. He's retired in the pits, of course, but no, he's safely through on that time, barring some absolute miracle. Have a quick look in the comments quickly. We've got AR Vintage saying he just broke a few hearts by picking random teams next season. Yeah, it'll be exciting. It'll make a good draw on it. Hopefully we'll find a way to do a live stream or something, or make a video, or if not, we'll make a video and then post it, even if it means cutting up bits of paper and pulling them out the hat. Once we've sorted out who's getting promoted and relegated, and we have the full lineup, hopefully straight away, so sometime in December we'll be able to get the draw out for the grids for January. He'd like to have seen Rick and Identical on the same team. It'd be an absolute miracle if somehow they got pulled out, but what a super team they'd be if they were drawn together. Darren saying his Woods forgot his mic tonight, lol. Oh, but Matt, see that he's in Q2. Maybe he can concentrate more when he's not chatting away to himself. Darren saying purple sector is still broke. Yeah, I thought it was. It said Bradfield got a purple sector, so that was all the evidence needed to make that decision. We got Formula Moment saying so annoyed right now. We'll try and get top 10, even reserve can only hope. No pressure as a reserve is there, of course. You know, you just do your best you can. Jake the Slay is still in contention for getting promoted into the Premier League for next season, so it's good. It's given experience. We did offer. I've got Argentina, who's in the lead for the Championship stands at the moment. He's staying in the Championship for next year, though, as he cannot make Saturdays as it stands. Then got Marvsky, who we did offer if he wanted to reserve tonight, but he was unable to. It is then Nunda and DJ Jawley, and then Jake the Slay is there as well.
Is Nunda going up to the he doesn't, because he race in the Championship.
Nunda's in the Championship. He's in the top 3 at the moment. Who is vice? Shane White? I'm not sure.
Wilson.
That's 2.
Not sure why he's in the session. He's not been invited in.
Who is that driver that just joined?
That's Wilson as our reserve driver. I'm not sure why he's joined though. As Jay Story, you know, he's not been told he can join. So whoever's sent him an invite, please do not do that, because we're still awaiting on Jay Story. Chazza goes up to P5, by the way. D-Mac has a great lap for him on the second one on those softs. Who else have got on the lap? We've got Cowie on the lap on these softs. We're going to go on board with him as he comes through to start sector 2. Quickly have a look into the Discord and sort this out. RDW, if you could take us through Cowie's lap, that'd be great, whilst I try and sort this thing out.
No problem, no problem, no problem. Let's ride on board now with Cowie. The man who normally is on fire has had to go on the soft tyres today to try and get himself out of Q2, because he has absolutely struggled, as with most of the drivers who went out on the mediums. As we see, everybody's now set there, as Jake alluded to earlier, everybody's set their fastest times on the soft. So there's going to be an all soft race at the beginning, so no change in strategy. And here we go, just as he starts the lap there, almost runs wide, flat out through the power, opens up the DRS flap exactly now, and lets the car run a little bit to the right there as it runs. Oh, hang on, he aborts the lap. He aborted the lap there, I'm not too sure what happened.
There we go, his left decision. Who are you watching, RD? We will go on board with whoever it is.
I was Cowie, but he seemed to have aborted the lap, I'm not too sure why.
He crossed the line, he finished, he's up into P4. So he looks like he's safe to through. He's only 10th off Siege, so it's
I must be a little bit behind here on the stream, apologies. Must be a little lag on the stream that I'm watching online.
Yeah, our stream is about 40 seconds ahead.
Yeah, that's probably why then, yeah.
It is crazy. If you spectate and it puts you ahead. Crooksy's on a lap. We're going to follow Crooksy. We have got other drivers about across the line, but Crooksy's down in P8. He's in a bit of trouble at the moment, and he's incredibly quick, is Crooksy. He has been in qualifying anyway last few sessions, so we're going to watch him. Crooksy in the Renault as he comes through sector 1. He's 3 tenths up on his time. Again, it comes up purple, but that's irrelevant. I'm going to quickly
out there.
message Jay Story and see where he is.
Do you know what? I'd take 11th.
And he takes a token, he's fag. He says, I'll take 11. Oh, he gets a validated lap, does Crooksy.
Oh, it's because we're watching him, isn't it? Sorry, Crooksy,
Oh,
mate.
goodness, right. I'm saying he's got no fuel, so I don't think he's got enough to go around the game. There's no time there.
Crooksy could be in trouble. Sean is
So,
up, he's down 12th. Captain Infinity in 13th. He's on a lap as well. We've got
And then
Ayrton in
there's also
14th
out
on the
at the moment.
mediums. He's about across the line, Ayrton. What can he do? He's flashing red, so this will be his only go at it, Ayrton. He comes across the line. It is only 13th, but great effort from him on the mediums anyway. We've got Clarkey and we've got Captain Infinity on both on laps. We have got the Renault. That is Crooksy, though, who's come into the pits. Crooksy in 9th could be in trouble. He really could be in trouble there. Next up, yeah, he's retired. There we go. Clarkey is going to be next. You'd expect him to get through, one of our quick drivers. What can Clarkey do then? As he comes through into that final turn, he keeps a lap validated. He's only 7th, but he's definitely, I'm pretty sure he's going to be safe there. Next up, we're going to have Sean then. Sean, the soft tyres, is 8 tenths up. This could do it. Sean, it's 10th for Sean. Nunda's going to come across the line behind it. He's up. He's up. Crooksy is out, by the way. Nunda's out. Nunda's through. So Sean is out as well. Woods has invalidated his lap. Captain Infinity only goes up to 12.
Tang takes P10. J
So
Bradfield
Tango
goes up.
is just through. Tango's through on the mediums. Well
Just
done
in
to
between
Tango.
Nunda and Tang and J Bradfield, so well done to him.
So
I don't know,
Ayrton out in
I've got to be
P15.
fair.
We've got Woods out in P14. Their times are both a bit off the rest of the pack. Crooksy in 13th. Obviously didn't get a second go at it. Captain Infinity did improve, but not by enough. Up to P12. TCG Sean just knocked out P11. Tango through in the mediums. The rest on the softs. We've got both McLarens, both AlphaTauris, both Williams, and then we've got Cowie Siege, Idenzo and Rick Dalton. Q3 is going to be fascinating here.
Oh, Denzo, 129.9. He'll do better than that.
This was fantastic, yeah? This Q2 session. Fantastic. So guys, here we go. I'm waiting just for the clock to run down there a minute to go, but as you can see, Idenzo's the man as per usual. Idenzo 129.9, but Siege is not too far behind, probably 600ths of a second in that he needs to find. And Rick Dalton also. Cowie's got some time to find, and so does Clarkey boy, so we'll really see who's got the mustard in Q3. I have a suspicion that it will be Idenzo, Siege, and possibly Clarkey in the top 3. And I actually say it'll be in that order too. Speculating.
Yeah, I was watching this last week. I think Idenzo only started, was it 3rd or 4th last week? And obviously in Azerbaijan, no, the last couple of weeks, he's not been in the top 2. We've had shocks come Q3, haven't we? Tango last week taking it, Rick taking it the week before. Idenzo might be feeling the pressure a little bit. Although
Possibly.
Here he does
also,
look quicker
sometimes
than
we wait
ever.
too long for so many of these external factors, you know. Track evolution, this, it just ends up making it complex. It does. Sometimes just going out and putting a lap in, you know, that's a good thing.
Nunda said I just want to get a better time than Bradfield, that's all.
Not hard. Not going to be hard, is it?
Brilliant. You're quicker than me anyway, Nunda, so you ain't got to worry about that.
And Tango's lap, by the way, on 1.1 behind Idenzo, but he's on medium, so if he was on softs, I think it's, at the moment, slot into that gap between Idenzo and Siege. That's a fantastic effort for mediums, and it's going to give him a great advantage in the race on strategy, starting on those mediums too.
Yeah,
and while we wait for Q3, I'll be back in 1 second.
I tell you, Clarkey boy's the one to watch out for at the start. That comes from experience. He's quick.
Yeah, we know.
Very good at starts.
So here we go, then in Q3. Jay Bradfield is going to be first out, and we're going to quickly get Wilson an invite now, as Jay Story will not make it for the race. Whilst the cars just going their outlap, I think Bradfield. No, we've got both the Williams guys going to be first out. First one up is going to be Clarkey, unless they turn over. Wilson's asking for an invite. Not sure if we even accepted his friend request yet, so it might be 30 seconds or so waiting. And then we'll be ready to go. Where is it? It's Vice Sheng, his name is. No, I've not got a friend request from him. Unless his thing is offline. I can still see in the background there's no cars on a lap yet, so we're not missing anything. Quickly see if he's got me on here. Nope, he's not added me, so not much we can do about sending an invite as it goes. But here we go then. You're on a lap, just wait a sec. Clarkey's letting a couple of cars pass, so he's taking the pressure off himself, taking the TV time off himself. So Idenzo is going to be the first driver to set a lap. We've not even got our cameras ready yet. There we go, all ready. Idenzo's first. We then got... Who's that? It's Chaz is going to get a slipstream from his teammate. Might be a bit too close to him though. He's going to get some dirt. Yeah, got a bit of a queue. All the drivers are in the same sector, really. End of sector 3, begin of sector 1. We're going to have a time here. I think all cars are in the same sector, sector 1. Williams are letting each other pass. Yeah, it's a mistake. Yeah, Clarkey invalidated. That's why Clarkey invalidated already. So Idenzo's first up. Let's see what his first sector's going to be. And will it be beaten from anyone behind? It's a 32.7. But Jay Bradfield is going to be a 33.1. So Jay Bradfield's 4 tenths down on Idenzo in that first sector. Siege. I think it just come out saying Siege has set purple sector 1. Which I think that does work with purples as well. When we're all going through at the same time, it tends to work. And he's gone wide and invalidated there, Jay Bradford. He didn't gain any time from it, so I'm not sure why it says he's invalidated. That's just his gainer, isn't it? It's not very forgiving. Purple sector 2 for Idenzo, and I think that's been snatched by Siege, and yes it has. Siege has been holding him back, hasn't he? Idenzo then, as he comes through that little bumpy left bit where Pierre Gasly spun the other day, and there we go, Wilson has joined the session as Vice Sheng. Someone else wants to go an invite, that's good to see. Idenzo, oh, did he lose a bit of traction now? I think he's okay. He comes through the final corner, Idenzo, and it's a 130.1. Again, he's slower. He's slower in Q3, and Siege crosses the line. It's only 130.6. I think those purple sectors were actually wrong. Next up's going to be the McLaren of Bradfield, but he's invalidated his lap. Rick Dalton's going to be next. No, he's invalidated his lap too. Nightwing's going to be next then. He comes across the line. It's a 130.5, and he goes ahead of Siege by just under a tenth of a second. Tango's going to be next. He's invalidated as well, and Nunda is going to be next up then as well. We're only going to get 4 laps on the board because 6 have invalidated. Nunda then comes through the final corner. Nunda goes up to P4, so only 4 cars managed to get a lap on the board. Yeah, Cowie invalidated behind as well, so only 4.
Oh, come on, I didn't even...
And Justin's invalidated second lap as well. He's going to have to go back into pits now.
Joke.
2 AlphaTauris, Idenzo and Siege. Only ones to set a lap. It all goes a little bit quiet now then. We might see some drivers go for it again though. We've seen 4 come straight in the pits. Bradfield went for it again. He invalidated again. His teammate Tango went for it again. He's going through sector 2. Obviously on the second lap on these soft tyres he will lose a bit of time. He'll start to lose grip towards the end of them. They won't feel as fresh. but he's still definitely capable of setting a competitive time. I'm not even going to mention that it's popped up purple, because that's absolute rubbish when it does. Doesn't mean a thing. It could pop up orange or green or pink or whatever, and it wouldn't mean anything. Can't complain about Codemasters today. They've fixed that quality glitch for us. Tango then, coming through the last couple of corners, he's looking fast, he's out of VRS, no trouble to him. It's P1 for Tango on the second lap of low softs, and maybe that helped him to maybe get some more scrub onto those tyres, to get a bit more grip, and he might have been able to manage them better. But brilliant lap there from Tango. It's P1. We know Idenzo's got a couple of attempts at least in him. We've seen him get into the 129s in the previous 2 sessions, so Idenzo's got a couple of attempts. I think Tango's still got a couple of attempts though, because we know that was on older tyres. And fuel on an out lap then, Tango on an in lap, and everyone else is in the pits. It's going to be the Williams of Clarkey, then we got Cowie. Oh no, actually we've got Rick Dalton out first, we missed him. He's come through sector 3 now, so he's going to be starting a lap shortly. Crosses the line then, Rick Dalton. We're going to go back onto the stream. Cut and look in the comments. Let's have a look then, we're not read through them for a little bit now. You got Nunda saying that just makes you feel slow. Nunda saying he wants to get a better time than Bradfield's. Yeah, Bradfield mentioned that. Darren saying, damn you, track evolution. Yeah, it did come quick in Q1, didn't it? 5 stops, says Darren for Nunda. Vintage saying, I'm maybe inclined to put a few on Tango for a podium. Would a soft hard work? Yeah, I think a soft hard could work here, but of course it's just going to be harder for tyre wear, so that's why Tango, he'll probably be going a medium hard. It might be slower at the first couple of laps, but he'll have an advantage. Towards the end, he'll have been able to go longer on those mediums and those hards at the end, and it'll come back to him, the race will. Nunda saying, move out the way, I'm going to miss my second lap. I think that's an old message from Q2. And Vintage saying, okay, cheers. Darren was wondering why drivers didn't bother with mediums in Q2. No, a lot didn't. Darren saying medium soft actually could be an option. Soft medium. He's saying he did soft medium on Thursday, so yeah, maybe that's an option. Personally, I'm not that good with tyre wear around here. This is probably the track I'm worse at time wise, so yeah, Liam's saying should be soft medium as well. Yeah, not my favourite track. I'd personally have to use the hards here, but these guys are much better than I am. As Rick Dalton goes up to P3, there we go. Good lap there from him. Next up is going to be Clarkey as he's coming through sector 3. Or he's coming in the pits. He's aborting his lap. Come in the pits and fuel up, and he'll be able to get out for one last attempt at it. Everyone's in the pits then, apart from Idenzo, who's just started a lap. Rick Dalton has just finished a lap, and Jay Bradfield is about to start a lap. Rick Dalton then getting out of the way of his brother Idenzo. Idenzo as he's sweeping around the left-hander. What's it going to be this time? For his sector 1 time then. We'll see as he comes up to this little zone here. About now, it's all, look, 32 hundredths up. 0.032 up. If he carries that progress on throughout the whole lap, he will just get P1, but I think he can go even quicker than that. In fact, we know he can. We've seen it for him. We're going to stay on board with this lap from Idenzo. Bradfield, the only other driver out on a lap at the moment. Nightwing's on an out lap. Everyone else waiting to the last minute. Track evolution again. We saw it play a key role, and there we go. Look, that's the big time gain in sector 2 there for Idenzo. He's 2.5 attempts up now, although he did lock up slightly coming down to that deep right-hander. This is the left-hander where Pierre Gasly spun. He can easily lose traction there. Glitching a little bit. Oh, he's invalidated his time. He lost the back end a bit and started spinning. He's coming back into the pits. He might have time to go again. Oh, he nearly crashed in the pit wall as well. Idenzo in trouble then. And again, the Q3 misadventures of Idenzo. Such a shame for him. We've got Bradfield then. As he's coming through sector 3, what can he do? If people are struggling to set laps, could see a good quality place here for Bradfield. He's got Nunda in P6 and Siege in P5 if he's to improve. What can Bradfield do? He can't do much. He's 4 attempts still off the next highest driver. Even still, there's good effort for Bradfield to get Q3 in this league. The League 1 driver. Clarkey on his outlap then. Chazza now coming out the pits. Of course, if you think why on earth are Idenzo, Rick and Siege still in the pits, the timer on our screen is about 35-40 seconds behind, so really there's still over 2 minutes left, so they've got plenty of time to get out and come round to start their lap. And of course they have a quick out lap as well, because there's no worry about saving tyres. It's all or nothing now for these guys. So we go, Siege down an out lap. Idenzo and Rick, I'm sure in the next 10 seconds or so they'll be on an out lap too. Although I don't want to leave it too late. Oh, it's only an out lap. There we go, get away from Clarkey. There we go. Oh, what's going on here? Clarkey, what's he doing? Oh, he's just weaving his tyres. He weaved and glitched a bit at the same time. There we go, and Clarkey's about to start his lap. Cowie's on a lap as he goes through sector 1. Nunda's on a lap. He's just started his lap. Tango, he is on a lap. He started his lap just now as well. Nunda might be able to pick a slipstream up from behind him. No, he's a bit too far back for now. We've got Siege on his out lap. He's racing to get to the line. Idenzo and Rick are going to be not improving on those times. They're P2 and P3, and Tango's invalidated this time, so he's not going to be improving either. So the top 3 are finished. There we go, Nightwing and Cowie. This could really play into their hands. And Siege even. So we're not going to have a 1:29 time. Top 3 are all done for them. We're going to go on board. We've got Siege next across the line. It's going to be Bradfield next. No, it's not. Bradfield's coming to the pits. It's all done for Bradfield. It's a shame. We know we could have gone a little bit quicker than that. So next up is going to be Nightwing. We know he's competitive in quali. Really, really quick. Denzo can't get back out. Yeah, Darren's saying. Yep, he can't now anyway. Checker flag is waved, although it'll be about 30 seconds. Oh, Nightwing's invalidated as well. Oh, so that's the top 4 done, and Cowie goes up to P4. So the top 5, they're done for their times then. We've got Bradfield in the pits. We know Tango's invalidated, so it's all on Siege and Nunda and the 2 Williams drivers now. Then we can see them all. Nunda's going to be first up then. What can he do? He comes through the final corner. He's got to improve, I think, Nunda. It's P6 for Nunda. He joins his team out on the 3rd row for the time being. Next across the line is going to be Clarkey. It's P3 for Clarkey. They're all within a 10th for the top 3 of each other. Next up is going to be... It's going to be Chazza. Oh, Woods has got his mic back on, guys, so... If you want to stop that for the race, make sure you join a party by yourself, so then it doesn't get anyone on. Oh, Chaz is really, really riding that curb, but he's absolutely going for it. You can see a pole position available here, and it really is, with hardly anyone improving on their second run. Siege is going to be up behind Chazza shortly. What can Chazza do as he comes through the final corner? It's P7 for Chazza. He splits the AlphaTauri. It's all on Siege now then. He's only a 10th up low, so I don't think it's going to be pole position for Siege. It's really up for grabs here though. It's a good exit from Siege, and he's only up to 6th. So Tango has pole position then, despite invalidating his second lap. Idenzo keeps at P2, even though he didn't get out for a second lap. Clarkey joins them on the top 3 within a 10th of P1. Rick Dalton's in 4th, and look at that, we've got 0.017 between the next 3 of Rick, Cowie and Siege. Cowie 5th, Siege 6th, Nightwing in 7th, Chazza in 8th, Nunda in 9th, and Bradfield in 10th. We're going to have a little look at the gap to the leader here just to see how close it is between those top 3 and then the next 3 as well. And we've got the next group of 3, Nightwing, Chaz and Nunda. It's all close between them. There's a 10th separating them as well. Less than 6/10 between the top 9. Nunda, even though it's only 9th, quality lap from a championship driver in this league. If he does get promoted, like he's going to, if he carries on the way he is, he's going to be great in this league next year. He's just got to keep it together in the championship now. And then we've got Bradfield a bit further back. I don't think he managed to go as quick as he could though in that lap there, which we saw. But again, it's my favourite part of the week, that is commentating on the Q3 in the Premier League. It's absolutely fantastic to watch. Well done guys for setting these times. Incredible. Nunda saying I beat Bradfield. Clarkey boy saying all within 5/10 barring J Bradfield. Yep, we made that point already. That's what I mean. It's a bit gutting in the way that nobody took that pole position, because it really, I know Cowie Siege, I know they're only a couple of attempts off, with everyone else invalidating and not setting a time at the end. They'd have been a bit gutted that they didn't steal that pole position, because of course Idenzo, we know he could have done the 129s, Tango could have done the 129s, so it was up for grabs. But Tango and Idenzo, even though they could have gone quicker, they still take P1 and P2. Of course, Tango is the one starting on the mediums, so he could be under pressure at the beginning, and we know we have a long run down into turn 1 in Russia. So if Idenzo can get a slipstream, he could be away. He needs a good start, and Idenzo does. If he can match Tango's start, and I'll make Idenzo favourite for turn 1.
Chazza let us down.
Let us down, Bradfield.
Sorry,
Yeah,
mate.
he absolutely has. Everyone else in the 130s. And we just got that down the
Can't do
bottom.
it.
It's all about the race, though. I mean, like we say, we've seen Nightwing P2 in Azerbaijan, and he's on the first couple of rows. Not talking to you, Siri. It's just come up on Siri saying pizza in Azerbaijan. Not sure. Don't remember saying that.
What's that about, mate?
P2, I said. So it is all about the race. And it's not all about turn 1. We need to remember that as well. Good luck to everyone for this race. It's going to be an absolute classic, we know. I hope everyone enjoys it. It looks like it's going to be dry for the whole race. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Well, I know it's a bad thing for Nunda if it is going to be dry, but even still, the pace he's got in the dry is good enough, isn't it?
Definitely, mate.
Bradfield in the 2019 Williams, he's that slow, says Chazza.
I think I'm in the I think it's 2017 McLaren, mate, or 2016 McLaren.
That's quicker than the 2019 Williams, I think.
GP2.
GP2 engine, GP2 engine.
Yeah, that is it.
GP2 driver, more like. Right, there we go. As we can see the tyres, we have got Tango only won the top 10 on the mediums. Sean's also on medium, so it's Ayrton, Jake the Slayer, Sirius Mushroom and Liam. Captain Infinity's on the hards, and then further back we've got Crooksy, Woods, Knowlesy and Vice Sheng, who is Wilson. Wilson. Lie down, Wilson. On the soft tyres. Obviously Crooksy, I was a bit of a surprise to see him down in 13th, but we did see him, I think, invalidate his second run in Q2. So that's why he is starting down there after 2 fantastic qualies in a row from Crooksy. Although he's not managed to get the points on the board the last couple of races when he has qualified high, so this might help him starting at the back. Not in the spotlight as much. He might be able to creep up. He needs to keep it clean the first couple of corners. Good luck to Ayrton. Good luck to Jake the Slayer as well, the reserves. Good luck to Wilson on his debut for us, starting last on the soft tyres. He's going to go for it. Knowlesy down 17th. He didn't make it into Q3 last week either, but he always picks up points, Knowlesy. And as the Sirius Mushroom, who's 4th in our standings, down in 18th, unfortunately, after getting kicked from the session because of the servers. But we know he's always capable of getting points. He's definitely one to watch out for, Sirius Mushroom. One of the best race day drivers I've ever raced with.
Yes, indeed.
So then, now that went quick. We're going through Sector 3 now. Oh, I don't know who to make favourite for this race. Really don't. There we go. Look, soft. Yeah, soft medium is possible here. I personally wouldn't be able to do that, but I can't get a lap round here without spinning. Yeah, I suppose if you're on the softs, you just see how long they can go, and then you can decide whether to put. If you can do 10 laps on them, if you can do 11 laps on them, then I think mediums. If you can only do 9 laps on the softs, then I think it's going to have to be the hards. Definitely not a 2-stop around here. Here we go then. They're lining up on the grid. The McLaren, followed by the Racing Point, followed by the Williams, the Mercedes, the Ferrari, the Haas, the AlphaTauri. We've got 7 different teams in the top 7. It's good to see. No Renault, Alfa Romeo or Red Bull though. In the top
Let's keep it clean.
11 even. We're ready. We've got lights. Of course, there's always a delay. We've got lights out. We wait for the delay. Here we go. They're revving up now. The cars are revving up, and Here we go. It's a good start from the McLaren. The McLaren gets a great start. Oh, but no, he doesn't. Oh, look at Cowie's being squeezed that wise. Idenzo's ahead already. Idenzo's ahead. Going down to turn one. Sean's left a session. Oh, what's happened?
Shit!
Bradfield and Wilson have absolutely lost it there. We've got a safety car. I'm not sure what on earth has happened there.
What the fuck?
I'll be looking at your footage for that instant. But Wilson and Bradfield out on the straight. Sean has joined back. We've got yet a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That's absolutely ridiculous. Whatever happened there?
What the fuck happened there?
I haven't got a clue. Stop your recording now and make sure you get that footage in straight away so we can have a look.
Right, it's been saved.
It's a long straight. If we can't drive on long straights like this, then we're absolutely fucked. Yeah, quickly look on that now and send that straight to me so we can look at that during the race whilst we've got this safety car on. Sean is down to 17th, but he's back in the session. He asked for a spare invite and it's lucky he got it because he'll be able to get back in now. But Idenzo is in the lead now, and this safety car is definitely going to help the runners on the softs for tyre wear because the soft medium's going to be much easier now. Tango's lost out there. Rick's in third. Siege up into fourth. I think he's made 2 positions there. We'll have a look on the position change. Yeah, he has. Cowie stayed in 5th. Clarkey's lost 5 positions. He's got no wing damage. I think just got a bad start down into 8th. Nunda's up to 7th. Nightwing 6th we miss. Crooksy, there we go. Look, starting further back. He's gained 4 positions up to 9th. Jake the Slayer's gained 6 positions. He's up in the top 10. Chaz has lost 3 positions as well. So Williams have really lost out here. Captain Infinity sent 12th. Ayrton's gained a couple. We've got Captain Infinity is hitting though. He's coming to pits. He's got wing damage. Woods 14th. Knowlesy 15th. Liam 16th. Sean 17th. And Serious Mushroom down in 18th then. I just looked and I just saw cars just flying across the track. Someone came flying across and that McLaren hit the wall, lost his wheel, and the Haas then lost his wheel as well. But I think that's the first time I can recall in this league where we've seen 2 cars crash into each other and have a DNF. I can't remember of any other time of that happening.
I think I clipped the wall. I got squeezed and I clipped the wall. Hold on. I've got the footage. So.
Yeah, Wilson was a last minute replacement for Jay Story. One thing I said to him about 15 minutes ago, I know you're reserving. I said, Premier League boys race. Make sure we just keep it clean. And we've had a crash on the first lap. Not sure it's his fault at all. We don't know, of course, but we'll have to have a look at your footage. Make sure you send that to me either on Messenger or Discord or whatever. McKenty saying great start. Yeah, it was a great start. Wow, what says and I'll finish. Adam saying cheers for coming, Wilson. Yeah, thank you very much. Obviously we're not sure what happened though, so we'll have a look at Justin's footage and then we'll make a decision on that as early as possible. Have you what do you think happened looking through your footage then, Justin?
No, watching it back now.
But 2 reserves are out. There we go.
No, that was just my fault. No one.
It was your fault, was it?
I just clipped the wall.
Alright, send that footage in then.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna watch it back now.
That's what I mean, we've got to be careful picking reserves. We can't be picking scallywags like you to mess up their race in the Premier League.
Fuck off.
Well, you can commentate on the race with us now. Not sure where RDW got to, by the way.
No, I don't know where he's gone.
He said we'll see you in a bit, and it's been a while. Knowlesy's in the pits. I'm not sure if that's a strategy or serving a 5-second penalty. Maybe he knows he's ignoring a yellow flag, so he knows that penalty probably won't be removed. So he's coming in for mediums. I don't know if that's going for a 2-stopper now then. OMG, what the hell, Altosphere. Of course, Knowlesy won't lose out too much from that because he'll just catch up to the back of the pack, and he was already down in 16th, I think. But yeah, Serious Mushroom up 4 positions already.
Oh, I've sent it to you on a private message.
Alright, Justin sent me the footage. Is it on Discord, is it?
No, I sent it to you on Facebook because Phone's fucked. I just clipped the wall. I thought I'd hang out on that bit. There's other cars to the left of me, and then that fucking wall just crept up on me and smashed me.
Well, the wall doesn't move. Your car does, though. Right, it's not sent yet. No, it'll probably take a while to load if you have a look on it, if you send it on Messenger. We could see a ban to the end of the season here.
Oh, fuck off, I did that.
For reserving in the Premier League, anyway. Because it's not fair, it's messing up the race when we get amateur drivers come in.
I didn't mean to do it, did I?
Yeah, well, I know, but it's a mistake. I know it's not intentional, but these drivers...
I don't normally do that.
These drivers don't make those mistakes, though, and that's why they drive in the Premier League and you don't.
Yeah, that's...
Safety cars in this lap, that's good to see. Wilson saying I've basically done the same thing as you. I weren't racing, mate, so... Not... Sure what he means by that, but... We are going to get this race underway then. Tango's... Sorry, Idenzo then. He's back in the pack up. Let's see when he goes. When is he going to go? Hopefully he's not glitching for everyone else. That could cause wing damage. He's really weaving about. He's doing a Valtteri Bottas. And he's gone. Idenzo's gone on those soft tyres. He's already pulled away a bit of an advantage. It will have a fantastic slipstream though for Tango as they go down towards turn 1. Crosses the line, Idenzo. Then here we go. We've got a car. We've got an instant at the back. We've got Nunda.
And that is
Nunda's
Nunda.
lost it. Nunda's lost it as RDW is back with us.
Gone to pit. Sorry, I had myself on mute for so long I didn't realise. I've been talking to myself. But I'm back,
Idenzo then comes through turn 1. Tango's then second. Rick's in third. We've got Siege fourth. We've got Cowie fifth. We've got Nightwing sixth. Clarky seventh. Frooksy in 8th, Jake Stay in 9th, Chazza down in 10th, and Nunda comes in the pits. Not quite sure what happened there with Nunda. But yeah, already Idenzo on those soft tyres is putting out an advantage.
We've got a really good bit of racing going on here with Siege catching up to the back of Rick
Dalton in third, Rick Dalton in third, Siege is being caught up by him, and then Cowie's in P5.
Come on!
I thought it was there, but it's not.
Cowie's in P5 and Nightwing's catching up as well. So Rick Dalton caused a bit of a train turn, although Rick Dalton himself's in DRS range of Tango. So yeah, Tango now on those mediums is really helping Idenzo, because Idenzo's going to pull away on the softs. Tango's going to hold up the rest of the pack. As you can see, Rick Dalton is not quite close enough to Tango yet, although he's been under pressure as Chazza gets past Jake the Slayer side by side. Jake the Slayer is still fighting it on those mediums. Well done to both drivers there. Very respectable racing and a great move from Chazza. Well done there. Ayrton's up to 11th, Liam's up to 12th, Serious Mushroom up to 13th after Nunda had to pit, and Woods is in an Alfa Romeo sandwich at the moment. So yeah, look at this gap. Rick Dalton's catching Tango.
And Rick Dalton's now taking on Tango. He goes on
Easy
the inside
move.
of him. So much slipstream you get down that back straight.
So fast, isn't it, this straight, if you can get a slipstream, that's it. And we've got Cowie under pressure from Nightwing. Nightwing goes to the outside.
We just see Cowie there.
And he's not quite got enough room, he's swooped. Nightwing then going on the inside, Cowie's on the outside, but Cowie's going to have the inside line down into turn. Oh, Nightwing stays in front.
And Cowie just seems to have lost all his pace. I don't know if the tyres are falling off badly here or something's gone wrong, but he just seems to not be able to get pace, because now we can see that Clarky is now sharply moving into the back of Cowie, and this is starting to get a really interesting race. Idenzo was originally 1.8 seconds ahead of Rick Dalton. It's now 1.5, so Rick Dalton is slowly closing that gap down now and starting to pull back a bit of track time. So let's see how this goes, because it definitely does not seem like it's concrete for the top 3 at the moment.
Serious Mushroom's got the first 3-second time penalty. And Wilson saying I crashed into the wall like you done. I've not crashed into no wall, I'm commentating, mate.
Yeah, Wilson, please post your incident in the incident reports page. Thank you. Moving on to the race. And yeah, this is going to be really exciting, because look at everybody from 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. I mean, these guys are so close together now. And
oh, Tango's left a session again. No, he should have another invite. If you can, I'll quickly get him another invite. I'll quickly get an invite to Tango. There we go. It's his whole F1 game that's shut down, unfortunately, though. The file is too big. Wilson said he has to send it through Instagram. Not sure you've got my Instagram, mate. But here we go. Look, Siege is up to P3 now. He's catching up to Rick. Nightwing in P4. That's just insane. Someone's lost it. I'm not sure who that is because no one's dropping down. No one's dropping down. Woods is going slowly. Nightwing catching up to P3 though. Siege really going to be under pressure from Nightwing soon. Cowie's keeping up that gap though. Clarkey in P6. Look at this train we've got now. Crooksy's also there in P7. Tango down in P8 then. That's where the gap is. And he has joined back. He's been passed by Chazza now, but hopefully can put his way back up the grid. Same problem last week. Hopefully get his internet sorted. Idenzo's 2 seconds clear though, as Cowie does get his first 3-second time penalty, so does Crooksy as well.
Woods gets one as well. There's a few, 3 or 4 of them got one there.
Nightwing catching Siege. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, Clarkey's got past Cowie though. Clarkey's got past Cowie comfortably. And Nightwing's gone around the outside of Siege, has he? Oh, they think they touched. I think they touched. Nightwing's gone around the outside and got the move done. And Cowie's now fighting Clarkey again. Clarkey on the outside, now onto the inside. Cowie's still fighting it. I hope he hasn't got wing damage there though.
Oh, and Ayrton and Jack the Slayer have got a little battle going on here. Oh, it's quite interesting. Liam, yes, following the lead. Oh, Ayrton loses the position there. Oh, he runs wide. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, Cowie's now fighting Crooksy. Cowie keeps P6. Great battle from Cowie.
Battles going on the front and the back there, ladies and gentlemen. I know you can't see the back ones, but I'm just letting you know for the commentary.
Oh, there's a bit of wing come off there
Oh,
somewhere.
Liam's in trouble. Liam's under pressure from Woods. He's already been passed by Captain
Woods
Infinity.
is on the inside there. Oh, leave him space. Oh, goodness, Infinity's there. What's going to happen? 3 do not go into 1. And what is going to happen here, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, there's a bit of bumping and shoving.
Oh, that's poor. That's poor.
Poor driving there.
Captain Infinity, though, he gets the place. Woods is being passed by Liam
He's
now.
got some wing damage.
We're going to go on board with. Here we go. We've got a great view from Sean's car here.
Captain
All 3 of them keep it together, though.
The left-hand side of his end plate is missing, Jake.
It is, yeah. Thank you for that. So Captain Infinity's going to be under pressure from Liam, from Woods, and from Sean, who's sitting back. And Serious Mushroom. Oh, Woods has gone. Woods has lost it.
There. Oh, no, that's terrible.
Woods has lost it. He
no.
does lose it quite a lot, Woods, and he has done again here.
Oh, is he gonna?
Oh, we're going to get a safety car or anything here, though.
No, no.
So yeah, Captain Infinity's really holding up this pack now with that wing damage, and Ayrton's got a gap. Ayrton's in 11th, and he's got a gap to all the guys. Cut in the top 10
Ayrton.
now.
Keep your head down. Keep going.
Jake the Slayer under pressure from Tango here. Tango's not going to go for a move, but Jake the Slayer 5 seconds off Chazza. Chazza's 3 seconds off Cowie in 7th. So this is a battle between the top 3. Then 4th down to 7th. And we've got a yellow flag, and Woods has crashed. I think he's just crashed the car in the wall, I think, yeah. Not sure what's... It's a virtual safety car.
I don't know what happened there. I didn't see it.
Woods, I think, lost it by himself with the damage. He just... Once he loses it, he really does lose it. There we go, and Woods is going to be in danger of relegation. He's only picked up points in 1 race, so he could be in trouble. Tango, Captain Infinity, and Knowles, gives them all an opportunity to pit then. Cheap opportunity anyway. So Idenzo leads from Rick Dalton. Nightwing P3 is incredible for Nightwing. 4 positions he gained. Would be great if he could finally get some top points. He does deserve them. Siege in 4th then. He's close to Nightwing though. Clark in 5th. Catching back up, and Crooksy up to 6th. There we go. He's qualified, I think, so high up the last few races. He's been so quick in qualifying anyway. And then he finally starts from the outside the top 10. He's actually probably having his best race so far. He had a great battle in Vietnam last week with Cowie. He had another battle with Cowie just now, didn't he? Cowie in that Ferrari. There we go, Jake the Slayer and Ayrton both in the points at the moment. The Powell Project saying I didn't get an invite. I'm not quite sure who the Powell Project was, but I think everyone was in that was meant to be in, as the virtual safety car has now ended. So Siege has lost a bit of time under the virtual safety car there. Nightwing's pulled away, and Clarkey is close to him. Well, Siege did have DRS to cover himself off of Nightwing, I think, there. He's going to be under a lot of pressure, though. Woods has left the session. Woods, yep, he's out. Crooksy, yeah, he's not too far behind, is he? Oh, Siege really sliding there.
Hits the outside of the curb and sends the back end out.
I think, is that Nightwing's in the pits? Nightwing's coming, he might be going soft
Clark
hard
is
then for
saying you're going to
Nightwing,
get the move
surely.
done down here. I don't think there's DRS yet, unless race control have opened it up already.
I think it is.
Yes,
It was
they
only a
have.
virtual
Yes, they
safety car,
have.
so
They
yeah, he's
have.
going to get this move done,
He's
surely.
going to get boom. Here we go.
Look at
Nice
this powerful
and easy. He'll go
slipstream.
around the inside of him here. Siege doesn't have a choice but to leave him the space and just accept that.
Easy
And,
peasy
Clarky
move.
up
In
to
fact, Crooksy's close as
P3.
well. Crooksy.
Oh no!
Oh,
and we
Clarky's
see
lost
Clarky
it.
there. He touches the outside of the curb there. And, he manages to keep the car without any damage, but he absolutely lost it there.
Yeah, no
He
damage there. That's good to
absolutely
see. He's going to come back on track just
I
front his
told you
battle.
he's a drifter. I mentioned this earlier. He's not a Formula 1 driver. He's a drifter, ladies and gentlemen, and that's
Come
what
on,
he showed up there.
Clarky boy.
He's got to
Come
be
on,
careful
Clarky,
though,
head
because
down.
he's got to be careful not to spin against. He needs to cool those tyres down because he could be under pressure from the battle behind him. He's lost place to his teammate, and this battle between Siege, Crooksy, and Cowie's really getting interesting now. Cowie had a slow moment at the beginning of the race for a couple of laps, and Siege is now going pretty slow too. So he's going to be under big pressure from Crooksy and Cowie. Clarky's got a 3-second time penalty as well. I think Crooksy and Cowie have already got penalties. It looks like it's the two brothers that are going to walk away with this race again, as they did last week, Idenzo and Rick Dalton. However,
So they're brothers, are they?
they are, yes. That's why Rick was in a
They must
championship
push
to
each
begin
other
with.
far.
Oh, but
They
they've
must
got
push each other.
they've got two consoles now, so they can race together, which is great to see.
Oh, I see. Right, makes sense. That's pretty cool.
Crooksy is so close here. Crooksy to the back of Siege, and Siege, I'm not sure those tyres are starting to go off, but he's just trying to drag them out so he can go onto the mediums as the two cars are behind. But Crooksy's looking so fast today, Crooksy is, and I think Siege could lose another place here. Here we go, let's go on board with Crooksy. It's going to be tough. Siege is using DRS, goes to the outside, Siege defends.
Oh, they go wheel to wheel.
Oh, he pushes him wide slightly.
He doesn't have a choice.
He's going to have a slipstream again though. He's got the
Is he gonna get on the
slipstream, he's going to
outside?
go around the outside,
Siege is
turn
gonna be
into
clever
the
here and
inside.
also just keep the car nice and wide. Good
He
driving by
doesn't go
Siege there.
for it.
Very good driving.
Better entry there into the corner from Crooksy though. He's not going to be
But at
close
some
enough
point
though
the
to make a
move has got to
move.
be done. But the thing is now, Crooksy's used up all these ERS.
He has, yeah.
He's still got 57% of ERS. So
That's what
ladies and
Siege is
gentlemen,
brilliant for, isn't it? He just saves it all up.
And he kept
So-
the car really nice and wide around that left-hander there, whereas most people will get scared, hug it inside more, and then allow the outside move. He didn't allow that. He blocked it off, but without doing anything that was illegal. So fantastic driving there, and clever also.
Here we go, DRS then. Crooksy, could he go for a move down here? I think he's going to do it down the inside. Stevie Spusham gets another 3-second penalty. Crooksy goes down the inside. Is Siege going to fight the move? He does. He's going to swoop back. He's going to take the outside. He's got to be careful of Cowie. He's too far back. Siege now got the inside line. He's going to back out of it. So Crooksy gets the position. Well done to Crooksy. Although he's lost traction a little bit there, Crooksy clipped that curve a bit too much. But Siege is still behind him. And Cowie behind. I thought he was coming in the pits there.
Very,
Bit of a decoy there. And I think
tyres are looking
Siege
like
is
they're
going to have a
dropping
good
off a
look
bit.
back at Crooksy though. 'Cause he's got a lot of DRS. He's going to have DRS as well. And Cowie saved up the DRS, but I think it's a bit too far back to challenge. Let's go on board with Siege then. Look at the slipstream. Cowie,
look
Crooksy
at the
moves to the
race that's
inside.
going on, yeah.
He's going to go around the outside. Siege is going to go for it, and he's getting the move done. Cowie backs out of it, although he's a bit deep in the braking. So
fantastic
Crooksy's going to have a good
driving
chance
again.
to get back at him here. Oh, he's not got much ERS left, so it's going to be difficult if he goes for it. Great to see Crooksy racing with the best of our drivers again, though. Great to see as Ayrton gets his first 3-second penalty up in 8th. It's fantastic effort from him.
7
Clark,
places
he's down
up,
in
fantastic
13th.
driving.
He's just coming to the pits, that's why. Tango back on the 13th, then he has pitted though, don't forget. And we're focused on this battle at the moment. We're going to quickly move to Jake Deslayer, who's under pressure from Ayrton for P7 and P8. Both guys on the mediums, both guys reserving. Great effort from both of Lee's. Under pressure from Liam, low in 10th. In 9th, sorry, Liam's had a great effort gaining 10 places. Going back on board with Crooksy, then he goes round the inside. And he's going to get that place back pretty comfortably. Siege backs out, and Siege could be under pressure from Cowie. No, he's not going to be close enough. However, Cowie's really looking pacey now. He needs a good final sector though, Cowie, to get on the back of Siege. And he's getting a good exit there. He needs to keep it tidy for the next few corners so we can get him on the straight. Of course, Siege will have DRS from Crooksy in front though in that Renault.
Liam, Jake the Slayer, and Ayrton are all
Crooksy
about to have a
pits.
little battle here.
Crooksy's
So
pitting.
I think Ayrton's going to get the move done on Jake the Slayer soon, and it's also going to open the door for
He's
Liam.
taking Tango there. I know Tango's on the hards, but
What's happened, sorry?
Clarky's overtaken Tango there.
Brilliant
But
to
Tango's
see.
on the hards.
Yeah, Jake the Slayer, Ayrton and Liam. This battle's looking really good. However, we're going to have a look at Crook. Oh no, Cowie couldn't get the move done. Siege has got a poor exit as well. So I'm going to focus on this battle between Liam, Ayrton and Jake the Slayer. Ayrton's going on Jake the Slayer, going down into turn 1. Is he going to go down the inside? No, he's not. It wasn't close enough in the end. And Liam behind's a bit too far back as well. However, Ayrton's got a great exit onto turn to going down into turn 2. It's going around the outside where the drivers can easily lose it. He's going to have the inside line down on Jake the Slayer. He backs out of it though, and he had to back out of it really. Sensible decision. Jake the Slayer up in 5th. I know they're not pitted yet. Ayrton 6th. Liam 7th. Sean's now up in 8th as well. Great effort from these guys. Sean runs really wide there. Doesn't get a penalty for it though. Jake the Slayer's under a lot of pressure and he's dealing really well with it. Ayrton, he lost it there, spinning a little bit. Cowie's about 7 tenths behind Siege now, so he has lost a bit of time. Although he has got DRS still, so he'll gain that back. I think he's a bit too far back for a move. Surely these guys are going to come into the pit soon. We're going to change back to the tyre wear. There we go. We can see how long they've been on. Top 4 have all been on the soft tyres for 11 seconds. I feel like Denzo's just trying to put out a gap so he comes out in some fresh air. Cowie's close up to Siege still. Oh, and that's Chaz has got another 3-second penalty. Is Siege coming in the pits? Yes, he is. And then Cowie dives in the pits late as well to try and cover off from Siege. Brilliant there from those two. Jake the Slayer then on these medium tyres, you think he's going to carry on, and he does. These medium runners are going to try and do a medium soft strategy. Denzo and Rick then both still going on the soft, so maybe Siege and Cowie are going to try and go for an undercut, but I just think Denzo, well, Rick even, it's too far up the road. Jake the Slayer, he's had a good exit there because he's pulled clear of Ayrton. Ayrton's clear of Liam as well. The closest one is Clarky gets another 3-second penalty. Is actually Sean on Liam.
Yeah, Sean's looking very close to Liam now and Ayrton. They're all being held up here. Ayrton's doing a good strategy here at the moment.
And let's have a look. Oh, that's interesting. Look how interesting that is. Siege gets a 3-second time penalty. It's unlike him. He's come out in front of Crooksy low, and because Siege has lost time getting that penalty, Crooksy's going to have a go at him around the outside. Is he going to dive down the inside? No, he's not. He's got better traction though, but as Siege and Cowie came out the pits, Crooksy came out in between them. We know all 3 of them are battling, but Crooksy got past Siege, so actually Crooksy probably made an error on his out lap, on his first lap on those tyres, which means Siege gets back out in front of him. He's got fresher tyres by lap now as well. And Crooksy just picks up another 3-second penalty, so Crooksy's got 6, I think. Siege and Cowie have only got 3, and Crooksy's had a poor exit there, so he's going to be under pressure from Cowie, although Crooksy has got DRS himself, so he's actually putting away from Cowie. What a battle these 3 are giving us. Absolutely fantastic. And Jake the Slayer is 19 seconds of his teammate, and both Denzo and Rick do come into the pits then. Be interesting to see how far they come out in front of the battle between Siege and Crooksy and Cowie. But Jake the Slayer, he's staying out. I think he's going to be leading this race, Jake the Slayer, as he comes out the pits. He is. Jake the Slayer leads the race. P1 in the Premier League, living high, and Denzo's coming out in the middle of this battle. Denzo's going to be in the middle of this battle, and he gets hit from behind from Liam, and this is not what Denzo and Rick would have wanted.
Look at them all.
This is absolutely not what I expected, and this is fantastic. Come on, guys. We've got
Denzo.
P2 here, fighting Jake the Slayer.
Denzo needed to go another lap.
Can you believe the scenes here at Russia, ladies and gentlemen, after a raining Q1 and a semi-dry Q2 and a really dry Q3? We have a fantastic race. Oh my goodness, and Liam just gets that 3-second penalty there for,
It's always a fantastic race in the Premier League.
But this is going to make it so much better though, because Denzo and Rick are just going to get held up here.
And Ayrton is holding his own here, fair play.
Could see penalties creep in now for Denzo and Rick, but this is fantastic, and I'm sure Denzo's going to get the move done on Ayrton here. He goes to the inside as Denzo, and he gets the move done there. Is he going to swoop around Jake the Slayer as well? No, he's not. Ayrton's fighting it. Well done, Ayrton.
No, he can't squeeze him. No, Denzo gets the move done. Well done, Denzo. Oh, goodness gracious. Well done. That was good driving.
Jake
man.
the Slayer in the
Jake
lead
Slayer
then.
gets a little bit out of shape there though, and he hits the bump there too, and that's just giving encouragement to Idenzo, who's now literally going to pass him. Oh, fantastic.
Well done, Idenzo. He's back up in the lead. He
What
needed
a
to get those
driver.
moves done quickly.
So smooth. And off he goes. And he'll be
Yeah, so I
thinking,
don't know how
Rick,
he does it, mate.
see you
I
later,
really
mate. He'll be saying, see you later, Ricky.
Look at
Rick
him already. He's
Dalton, he's gone. Gone. Gone.
gone.
He's
Over a second already.
But this is the battle now.
Getting the move down on Ayrton.
You got to think, Idenzo is... Oh, we got a little... Rick Dalton's got... Oh, Nightwing's lost it. Nightwing's lost it. He just clipped the corner. He clipped the corner and spun. I was about to say Nightwing's really come back into this race with Siege, Cowie and Crooks. He was ahead of them all, and now he's behind them all. But this is what I'm saying. This is the battle. Idenzo's looking like he's clear away in this race now in P1. Jake the Slayer and Ayrton and Sean and Serious Mushroom. They're all in their own little battle now. Jake the Slayer's pulled away. But Ayrton, Sean and Serious Mushroom, that's the battle now. Obviously, they've all got to pit. But Rick Dalton's been held up.
Right behind Ayrton now.
Rick Dalton. And Ayrton's run wide. Sean's got the move done.
And Sean's got a move done there.
Sean, yeah.
Ayrton under pressure from Serious Mushroom.
Really racy here on Ayrton.
And he's got him as well.
Goodness.
But this is the thing, Rick Dalton's going to get him as well. Ayrton's got wing damage, that is why he's slow. Rick Dalton's going to get held up in this battle, and that could help Siege, Cowie and Crooksy pull up to him as Rick Dalton's really going for it down here around the outside on Serious Mushroom. What a move from Rick Dalton that is.
Move.
And Tango's there to session again. If somebody could get Tango another invite, that would be great.
Jay Bradfield, I think you've got him, don't you, sir?
Yeah, I said it
Oh,
wrong.
what good racing. We're only halfway through this race so far.
Yeah, Idenzo's really pulling away now. Ayrton's got a 5-cent penalty for speed in the pit lane, that's a shame, but Ayrton is in the pits.
What a shame. Desperate to get that wing change.
Rick Dalton needs to get the move done on Sean here.
Ricky's saying
He's going. Nightwing's retired. He's retired. He's retired in the pits. I'm not sure why he's done that. As Rick Dalton goes down inside of Sean, and he gets the move done.
Sean's looking very much like he's catching the slipstream.
Now he's got 6 seconds of penalties now as well. Of course, Sean and Serious Mushroom still got to pit.
See, look at Serious Mushroom. He's gone
Tango needs to get another invite.
Brilliant.
Fair play for Jake.
Jake the Slayer, yeah, Jake the Slayer, as Eduardo saying in the comments, Jake the Slayer leading the Premier League race. Go on, lad. I know he's a stop down though, yeah, of course, but even still, it's great effort from him, and I'm sure he's going to let his teammate pass as well. Obviously, he's not going to interfere in his race. He's going to have to DRS. He'll have, but yeah, he'll go on the softs in a second as well. There we go, Jake the Slayer's easily letting his teammate pass. Rick Dalton back into P2, and now we've got the race on between the top two. Looks like it's going to be the 1-2 again, Idenzo and Rick. Jake the Slayer, Sean and Serious Mushroom right at the back of Sean now. Both all got to pit. It's a matter of when they pit, and Chaz is getting past Captain Infinity as well on the straight at the beginning of Sector 3. Captain Infinity on softs, he's going to have to pit soon. As Serious Mushroom and Sean are battling it out. That's because Sean's in the pits, so it's going up and down. Sean's in the pits, he's going to go onto the soft tyres and hopefully put away from Serious Mushroom, but of course he'll have fresher tyres at the end with Serious Mushroom. Jake the Slayer, great effort. Serious Mushroom, great effort. Oh, Siege. Oh, Serious Mushroom's holding his own there. He's not letting Siege pass. And this battle between Siege and Cowie. Crooksy's fallen off the back of it a little bit. And Clarkey in 8th as well has now got DRS on Crooksy. Siege on Serious Mushroom. Is he going to get the move done? He's going to dive down the inside. No, he's not. He's going to be sensible here, Siege. Although this is helping Cowie catch up to Siege. I think he's hit the back of Serious Mushroom there. Hopefully he's not got wing damage from that. But Cowie's right on the back of Siege now, isn't he? And no, Siege hasn't got wing damage from that we can see. Serious Mushroom's really struggling on these medium tyres now. Jake the Slayer 2 seconds clear of him. And here we go, look, Cowie's got a much better exit. Cowie's got, Siege I think went over the corner there.
16. Siege has done 3, Cowie's done 3 laps, so
here we go then. Cowie's Siege has got the slipstream and he's got the DRS. Siege is going to go around the outside. Cowie wants the move done now as well. Cowie goes around the outside. He's going to get it done.
Oh goodness! Great driving.
Great racing, guys. Great racing there. And Serious Mushroom's under pressure. Serious Mushroom spun Crooksy.
Oh no!
Serious Mushroom was compromised from Cowie's move, and Serious Mushroom when pushed a bit to the left hand side, and that spun him into Crooksy. I'm not sure he knew Crooksy was there. Serious Mushroom is in the pitch now. No, there is no damage for Crooksy, of course. It's such a shame for him, though, because that was absolutely not his fault. He's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Serious Mushroom's unaware of where he was. Serious Mushroom and Jake Desai both pit now for softs. Yeah, it's Idenzo in first. 5 seconds clear of Rick. 4 seconds clear of Siege. Siege being chased by Cowie and Clarkey.
9 laps to go.
Crooksy 7 seconds back, but he's got a 4-second advantage on Chazza, so P6 looking good still for Crooksy. After that great battle he's had, he's got 4 seconds, but of course he's got penalties. Knowles, he's in P8. He's had a fantastic drive, been pretty quiet, not been involved in anything really, but he's doing really well. 90s left the session, that's such a shame to see. Tango in 9th, he is back in the session on those hard tyres. Hopefully he can pick up some points, and the fight for P10 is looking a good one, as we see Ayrton gaining 5-second penalty for corner cut, and he's letting Nunda back pass. Clarkey's got another 3-second penalty, so there are quite a lot of penalties towards the top. So they could come into play, although I don't think Idenzo and Rick have got any. Outstanding race again from them. But yeah, the battle for 10th is between Liam, Sean, Jake, Serious Mushroom. Nunda, I think, is out of the equation. He's struggling on those hard tyres in 14th. Ayrton's catching him up. A couple of penalties for Ayrton, I think, have cost him really. There'll be a good battle between him and Nunda. Captain Infinity's further back in 16th. He's on fresh mediums though, so that could still come into play if there's a safety car. Good effort from him, although Alfa Romeo not looking too good at the moment. Here we go, and here's that battle between Ayrton and Nunda. Ayrton's going to go around the outside. Is Nunda going to... Oh, I think he might have hit the wall. Oh, they're side by side. Oh, I think Nunda's spun. Ayrton and Nunda have come together, and Nunda's spun. I think that was a bit aggressive there. That move was never going to happen. Ayrton does get past. He should have just been a bit more patient there, Ayrton, because he's on fresh softs. Nunda on old hards. I think Nunda's picked up some damage from that as well. We'll have a look as his car comes through. No, it hasn't. And neither's Ayrton, as we see Tango get past Knowlesy. There we go, and Tango's past Knowlesy for P8. 10 laps each, although Tango hards, Knowlesy mediums. Hards will come into play now. Knowlesy's getting a slipstream though. He's not going to be able to get close enough. Still got this battle going on. Siege under pressure from Cowie.
No, Chazza gets completely wide there.
And then Clarkey as well, and Chaz is under pressure from Tango. Yeah, Tango gets the move done, and Chaz is going to get tasked by Knowles as well. And Chazza has got a move getting done. Chaz has got big wing damage. He's going to have to pit. Not sure what's happened there for Chazza, but he's definitely had a big spin. And yeah, Clarkey's got past Cowie. Clarkey's past Cowie. There we go. Swoops around, and now he's gone down the inside. Oh, he's had to lock up there.
Close there.
He got past. Clarkey got past Cowie, but then he had to brake in time, otherwise he's going to hit Siege. He had to avoid hitting Siege by going off the track, and then lost that place back to Cowie. So Cowie can breathe a sigh of relief, really. But so now Liam's up to 9th, Sean in 10th, Chazza of course down to 11th. He's going to have to pit. He must have had a big spin somewhere and hit the wall, because he's got a lot of wing damage. He's just getting out of the way now. It looks like Chazza's race is over, unfortunately. It's not good for him. But it's good for Jake Deslayer, who can now in P11 can really catch up to Liam and Sean for a potential P9. And Cowie's within 2 attempts at Siege, but it's just not close enough. And Cowie gets another 3-second penalty. Clarkey's in 5th. We know he's got penalties as well, but he's on 2-lap older tyres than Cowie and Siege. Crooksy behind 6th as well. Has got 7 seconds on Tango in 7th. So Crooksy's looking good for P6. And Jazza is in the pits. He'll put the softs on, hopefully go for the fastest lap. Pretty sure of that. We've got a great battle though for P7 even. Tango, then Knowlesy, then Liam, then Sean, and Jake Deslayer, and Serious Mushroom. Serious Mushroom in 12th. He can definitely still get 7th if he gets a move on. 7th is still up for grabs for anyone down to 12th. We're going to keep our eyes on this battle though. Siege under pressure from Cowie, he's under pressure from Clark. He's there and gets a 3-second penalty. I've still not seen a single penalty pop up for either of the top 2 in the league of their own again today for the 2nd week running.
Brilliant, aren't they? Who can beat him?
I think Tango would have a good go at it if he couldn't.
And Clarkey.
Yeah, if Clarkey didn't have the spins, and if Tango didn't get kicked from the session both the last 2 weeks, I think they'd be up there too. And of course, Siege and Cowie, if it weren't for the penalties, I think, well, for Cowie, if it weren't for the penalties, he'd be up there. And Siege, maybe it's not his favourite track, don't know, but Cowie's really gaining on Siege now. He's still not going to be close enough though, is he? Unless he swoops onto the inside. Oh, he's got a much better exit there. Cowie's got the move done. And Siege under pressure from Clarkey now as well. Clarkey's getting the move done. Can he do it on Cowie as well?
Fantastic, come on the outside.
Oh, he's on the outside. No, he can't get it done.
He gets pushed wide there. But
He's still on the outside. He's still going to go for it.
He pushes him back.
What a move if he does it.
Fantastic.
He's got the penalty though.
That's such an unfortunate.
So Clarkey's up to P3. He gets 2 moves done, fantastic moves at the expense of a penalty though. So Siege has lost 2 positions there. Just all it takes, this is how quick these drivers are. One poor exit can lose you 2 positions. That's why Siege has lost his podium place down in 5th. Cowie, look at Cowie though, he's got the DRS on Clarkey. He's going to go round the outside, he's got the pace, they touch though, they're touched. Oh, and Cowie's really late in the braking.
Cowie's lost it.
Oh, it weren't Cowie that lost it, he made contact. Oh, has he touched Siege? No, he's lost 2. There we go. Cowie's lost 2 places there. He touched with Clark. He did Cowie. Their wheels touched and then that pushed him. Looked like it. They were just side by side and Cowie couldn't brake properly. But of course penalties are really going to come into it as Crooksy gets a free second penalty in 6th. Fantastic racing from these guys. Absolutely incredible. It's got to be patient. Siege is catching on Clarkey. He's really gaining up. He's gaining up quick. Oh, Clarkey's made a mistake. They're going to the wide. I think that could cost him. As Siege is going around the outside, he's going to get the move done. Oh, it's Clarkey. They've touched. So Clarkey's now down to 5th. We saw Siege in 3rd go down to 5th. Cowie went up to 3rd, went down to 5th. Clarkey went up to 3rd and is now down to 5th. Unbelievable. As Liam's gone down the outside, Tango down into turn 1. What a move from Liam. That was absolutely incredible, and enough respect there from Tango. And now Knowlesy's under pressure from Sean as well for P9. This is fantastic battle. Oh, Tango's dived down the inside and he's backed out of it. Yeah, he knew Liam wasn't going to give up that move. It's a great battle we've got going on here for P7, for P8, for P9, for P10. And we've still got the battle for 3rd, 4th and 5th. And Cowie's going to have DRS on Siege. He's going to have another go at it. Siege has only got 10% of his ERS left as well. That's a surprise to see from him. Cowie's going to go down the inside this time. And is Siege going to fight it? No, he's not. He's going to go for a better line instead. He gets a better exit going to the next corner. He's going to have the inside line. Is he going to get side by side? No, he's not. He has to back out of it. Absolutely fantastic from these guys. Clarkey's now going to have a look as well. I know it says Cowie 7 seconds off Rick Dalton. It's not so much because Idenzo and Rick are that much quicker than these guys. You've got to think all 3 of these guys have been fighting each other for God knows how many laps. So they've lost so much time from fighting each other, taking different lines. Oh, Siege going down the inside of Cowie this time, and he gets the move done on Cowie, although Cowie's going to get a better exit. Oh, he got such a good exit. He actually hit the back of Siege there. Don't think he's got wing damage though. He's going to the inside. He's riding that curb. That's dangerous. That's really dangerous from him. But he gets the move done. Fantastic there from Cowie. He's got the guts for it.
Brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic.
We're
watching Clarkey. Clarkey's getting interested here as well. All 3 of them are in half a second. Oh, Clarkey might have got another warning there though. Look at all 3 of them. This is absolutely incredible racing. Liam in 7th then. Tango 14 lap old hards is starting to go off. Knowlesy 14 lap old mediums there going off. He's under pressure from Sean. Jake the Slayer and Serious Mushroom catching up to this battle still. We're going to go on board with Captain Infinity down into turn 2. Is going to stay behind Nunda. He's on those old hards. Nunda 18 laps. Fantastic effort from him. Go back on board with this battle for P3. Siege going on the outside. Oh, must have got a better exit there. And he's under pressure now from Clarkey. And because he went for the move on Cowie. Oh, Clarkey's really spun there.
Clarkey.
Oh, and that's cost Siege. And this, we might see a gap form now. Cowie has got away a little bit there because Clarkey got the move on Siege. And then he lost the back end a little bit. So there we go. It's now 8 tenths. But now, of course, there's still DRS. So Cowie's going to get caught again pretty quickly.
Look how much speed the Williams is getting down the back straight at 210 miles per hour almost.
Oh, he's not going to go for it though.
Well, let's see if he doesn't clip that curb again and lose the rear. He doesn't this time.
Perfect entry.
Beautiful exit.
He goes round the outside, which he's going to turn into the inside of turn 2, goes down the inside, gets the move done. He's going to get a better exit though, Cowie.
Up to P3.
Oh, Cowie's gone for a move. He's gone for the move. Oh, this is perfect racing. Incredible. Siege has fallen a bit further back. But for Cowie to go for the move, Clarkey to leave the room, and then Cowie to back out just when he needed to. Absolutely perfect piece of racing there. And we can see it finally got a little bit of a gap formed between all three, which will soon come close again because of the amount of DRS and the pace round here. But I think penalties will determine it, so I think Siege has just got to hang back now in P5 because he's got a lot less penalties than the two in front. He's got to hang back in P5 and he'll have that podium. But look, Crooksy's gained. Crooksy, on tyres that are slightly older and tyres that he's had a big spin on, has pulled 2 seconds out of these guys in front just because of how much they're battling. And talking of battling, Serious Mushroom goes round the outside in the DRS zone at the beginning of Sector 3, and Sean is catching up Knowlesy as well. Tango's catching back up to Liam as Liam's softs are going off. So yeah, there we go. We know Crooksy's not this much quicker than Cowie, Siege and Clark, and we know Rick and Idenzo aren't that much quicker. I know it says 9.5 seconds, but that is just because these three guys have been going wide, taking different lines where they've been fighting each other. They've lost so much time from it. However, it's created this race for us. It's been absolutely incredible watching these three guys. What an epic battle. It was Crooksy at the beginning, now it's Clarkey, and as Crooksy's tyres go off, it'd be good if Crooksy could catch back up, but it's not going to happen, is it, with only a couple of laps left. Although Crooksy's looking good for P6 still. Liam in 7th, then Tango's right behind him. You see the gaps start to open up a little bit between the three, Clarkey, Cowie and Siege. Knowlesy's still gaining, but 16 laps on these mediums, a fantastic effort. He's going to have to do a couple more though, Knowlesy, still, for a couple of points. Sean in 10th. Looking to close up on Knowlesy. Not too sure of penalties for these people down here.
I don't think Knowlesy's got any penalties.
I don't think he has, but I don't think Sean has either. I'm not seeing any for Jake the Slayer. I think I've seen a couple for Serious Mushroom. Not sure about Liam either, but anyone from 7th down to 12th, all 6 of them are really in this battle. Liam under pressure from Tango. Liam keeps P7. And there we go, we can see Cowie now, he is falling, he's 9/10 off Clarkey, but we're about to go onto the pit straight, and he's just going to use his ERS, opens his DRS, and he's going to close that gap right back up. Although he's not closed it up too much, it's only going to be down to about 6/10 as they come into turn 1. So he does need a couple of good corners if he's really going to catch back up, and he's not got a couple of good corners. He's got a 3-second penalty. Tango's getting past Liam. He goes to the left-hand side. Does Tango get side by side? Tango gets the move done. 10 lap old softs for Liam, 17 lap old hards for Tango.
Yeah, that is amazing.
The switch
Tango,
over.
17 lap old hards.
The switch over's been done now. Tango, obviously, I'd rather have 17 lap old hards than 10 lap softs at this stage. So he gets that move back. Knowlesy's catching up to Liam as well. Of course, he's on the mediums. And Sean, these guys on the softs behind, Sean, Serious Mushroom, Jake the Slayer, have not caught up like I thought they would to these guys in front. And Cowie, look, he's found that gap. He's really pulled that gap back on Clarkey. I don't know if Clarkey's made a mistake, but he's down within 3.5 now. He's right up the backside of Clarkey, is Cowie. Is he going to go for the move? He's come round the outside. It's going to be the inside. Tango's lost it. Tango's left the session, that's why. And there we go, Cowie's. Oh, they've touched. And Clarkey's lost it. They've touched. Clarkey's going to have to spin back round. Oh, he's got wing damage. Clarkey's got wing damage from spinning back as well. So Crooksy takes P5 back. Clarkey's out of this battle with him. There's a couple of times he's spun today, otherwise he'd be right up there with Clarkey. Tango's left the session again. He's out of the points now. Someone can invite him back, would be great. Or if I don't think it'll be enough, Liam in 7th. Look at this train. This is what we want to watch now. Clarkey's in the pits, unfortunately. I think he could have called it home though. So Liam in 7th, Clarkie's retired. Such a shame to see. But this is going to be the battle. Cowie's got past Siege. And Siege is going back round the outside as we on the final lap here. And Cowie's going to keep that position, but Siege knows he's just got to hold that position because Cowie's got a lot more penalties. So Crooksy in 5th, great effort. Liam in 6th. We've got look at this battle. Look at the battle between 6th and 10th. Oh, Jake the Slayer's just got a 3-second penalty. No, that's really what we didn't want to see. Look, he is in P10. He will get a point at this rate. So there we go. Knowlesy is catching up to Liam in pit for P6. Sean in 8th hasn't really gained too much, although 8th would be good for him. Serious Mushroom, we know he always gets into points. He's done it again, isn't he? Although he might not with these penalties. Jake the Slayer in 10th. Here we go, and we're going to flick to the beginning. Idenzo, we've not really watched him. I haven't watched him at all the last 20 odd laps, have we? He's just been sailing around on his own.
Idenzo, he's gone, hasn't he?
Absolutely incredible. 7 seconds clear of Rick Dalton. And my lap times have gone all funny again. And Serious Mushroom gets another penalty. Idenzo crosses the line and wins the Russian Grand Prix. Fantastic from Idenzo. Rick Dalton is going to be next. Rick Dalton has had a 3-second penalty. He comes over in 2nd. Cowie's going to cross the line. Cowie's going to cross the line in P3, but we know he's got penalties, so I think this podium's going to go to Siege. Cowie comes across the line. It's P3 for Siege, P4 for Cowie. Crooksy's got penalties of his own, so I think it'll just be 5th for him. It is 5th for Crooksy. He's only 2.7 off Cowie. Liam's going to come across the line in P6. Again, we're not sure about penalties, so this is all interesting. We've got a yellow flag, not quite sure what for. Liam crosses the line. Oh, it says Sean's won the race. He obviously hasn't. Knowlesy is in 6th. Jake the Slayer, Sean will be 8th. Jake the Slayer, no.
Yeah, it's all got tits up, isn't it?
Knowlesy is in 6th. Sean is in 8th. Jake, oh, no, I got it wrong again. Knowlesy 6th. Sean is 7th. Jake the Slayer 8th. Liam 9th. Serious Mushroom 10th. There we go. So Sean is down. It looks like it's a racing point 1-2. Obviously isn't. It's because Sean had that error at the beginning of the session. He left, giving him fastest lap, I think, as well. So Sean 7th. We'll have to check with what penalties he had, though, because that might have changed. Even still, what a fantastic race that was. Chazza, I think he's going for fastest lap here. Is he going to get it? Well, he might. He might take a point off somebody there. What a fantastic race that was to watch. The battle between Siege and Cowie throughout the whole race. Siege and Cowie didn't spin at all. As a reason, they're 1st and 2nd in these standings. You know, they don't make the mistakes. I know we see a couple of penalties from Cowie, but they don't make the mistakes on the track. Couple of little slides, but they keep it together. And then Clarkey and Crooksy join in that battle as well. Absolutely fantastic racing from them. Let's have a quick look into the comments. Liam saying he had 8 seconds of penalties caused by something I couldn't control. Obviously, if it's something silly, send it in and we can have a look at removing penalties and things like that. Jake saying if it hadn't got 3 seconds last lap, would have got P7. But yeah, Jake, absolutely fantastic. Hopefully we'll get you to reserve again in the Premier League at some point. More points for him in the Premier League, earning 4 Mercedes. Here we go, we'll have a look at what penalties people got. Tango didn't get any, there we go. Sean didn't get any penalties. So Sean, without getting any penalties, I think might have been P6. He crossed the line. I'm going to rewind the stream quickly to have a look where Sean crossed the line. He crossed the line. It was right behind Knowlesy. I think we're just going to have a quick look. I'm now watching Liam cross the line. Yeah, Sean, but Sean, that's P6 for Sean. It's lucky we did look. Sean's got no penalties. He's not showing up on here. So P6 for Sean. 7th Knowlesy, 8th Jake the Slayer. Great effort from him. Liam in 9th. Unfortunate about the penalties. Serious Mushroom in 10th. Fantastic effort from these guys. Thanks for everyone that reserved as well. Obviously after the issues yesterday. And Liam saying, because Sean was AI at the start, it gave me an illegal overtake for overtaking under safety car, so I tried letting him pass. I got his AI, they refused to pass. Oh, God, yeah. It's just one of those things, isn't it? If you're overtaking a ghost, then that is it, isn't it? That's something we have put in that rules section. Just make sure you don't overtake the ghost. I've done it before myself in a league race. As soon as you get past that AI, there's no letting it back. But, yeah, such a shame there. Some of these penalties are rigged, but nothing we can do about it. I think it's a fantastic race. Really enjoyed that. Obviously, if anyone's got footage, stick it in instant report, or send, if you're a reserve and you got footage, send it to me personally, because you can't access the instant report room for this league. Don't stick it in the report room for another league, just send it to me on Discord. Chaz is saying he got fastest lap at point to point. Good to see from Chaz here. Obviously the point only counts if you're in the top 10 though, Chaz, unfortunately. Sean's saying that lobby was broken. It's not the... I'm hosting it today and I'm at home, so my internet's strong as can be. So it's nothing to do with the host. If it is, then it's obviously a server error. But as I said, these servers have been up and down the last few days, haven't they? Obviously we had both races cancelled last week. Tango, we know, obviously it's a shame he was left the session as well, but that does happen. Seems to happen in every race we do, which is a shame. For the moment, saying, can we have a reserves poll tonight? Maybe. And Liam saying he served the penalty in the pits, so there's nothing we can do. Yeah, of course, it's a problem, isn't it? If the penalty's served in the pits, there's nothing we can do about that. That's a shame. But yeah, love the race, and saying Drake the Slayer, I love watching it as well. But thanks for everyone for watching. Next time we'll see you. Well, hopefully we'll have a race going on Friday anyway, and that'll be for League One in, which I believe is Bahrain in League One, and then next week for Championship and Premier League it's Monaco. So that'll be one you will not want to miss. Monaco next week, guys, for the Premier League and the Championship. We'll see you then.